world where sports take center stage, four voices rise above the noise. Welcome to the Unfiltered Sports Podcast, where raw meets real, honesty has no off-season, and nothing gets sugar-coated. Hosted by Todd, Maddie, Dominic, and Randy. This isn't just another sports talk show. It's your weekly dose of unapologetic truth, gut-busting comedy, and hard-hitting analysis. From recaps to pick'ems, we break down the game like it's 4th and inches. No filters, no excuses, just sports the way it was meant to be. Buckle up. This is the Unfiltered Sports Podcast.
Hey, welcome in everybody to the Unfiltered Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Todd Fox, along with the incomparable.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I put the jacket on, so you know what that means. I won, baby. I won. I'm just saying, man. I'm just
the
saying.
only man more outrageous than Stephen A. Smith. Matt is in the house.
What's happening, everybody? I hope you guys had a good week, because I know I did. I'm just keeping it 100. I got the pink, whatever burgundy jacket that's got the hat on. I'm ready for this one. What's happening?
Hey, we will get to that, Matt. Now, first of all, if you're new to the show, this is the Week 15 recap and Week 16 pick'ems. We have a lot going on tonight. As you see, we're 2 people short.
We're 2 people short, man. We're 2 people short. But you know what? We're going to hold it down because this is how we first started originally, me and Todd. But now, yeah.
So we have Dominique not in the house. He's over broadcasting a game, but he just put in his picks right now.
Okay.
And right now we have someone's MIA. He's probably sleeping because he's had a busy day today. I talked with him earlier, and that's our boy Randy, producer to the Stars. So if he's missing today, maybe he'll come through halfway through the show, my man. So for right now, it's me and you. It's a throwback to our radio days when we did our grind show.
I miss those days, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. But
Dude, that was the variety show. It was good.
Absolutely, man. We might go back to that. First of all, I ain't represent no Commanders, okay? I just had to represent something, a little flashy, you know what I'm saying? Hey, by the way, my girl helped me put this together. All right, so I gotta give her credit for that.
It looks nice. Velvet looks good on you, my man.
Thank you, brother. I gotta take my thing. Thank you.
You got it. Now let me just get to what we do on here. We're going to give you the 2 top stories to start the show. We usually have the panel comment on it, but it's going to be me and Matt going back and forth until Randy shows up.
We're definitely going to be going into comments today because yeah,
absolutely. You're going to have to read the comments as we go along there, Matt. And then we're going to get into our games, talk about our games, break them down, and then we're going to get into the rest of the league like we do, comment on that, and then we're going to get into the rest of our pick'ems, our 20-second pick'ems, which we'll get into later on. I don't know how he sets that up, so we're going to have to just wing it as we go. But I will say this, dude, if you want to read this off right here, we have the the viewer predictions. Let's give out who won this week for the viewers.
Let's do it. And
so far on the week, read it off, Matt.
So far, we got Mario coming in at first place at 13-3. Big Rob also came in at 13-3, but I guess with the points, he came in second. Mateo coming in at 12-3, taking third place. Matt comes in 4th place, coming in at 11-5. And the shocker, Sonia, coming in 5th place. Lately, she's been doing pretty good. She comes in at 11-5. I'm shocked. Shout out to Mario for coming in 1st place, baby, for the viewers' predictions.
Absolutely. Let's see how they've done overall during the season. And there it is right there. Read that off.
Sonia's still dominating at 142-68. Ain't nobody catching her. I'm sorry, guys. That's just nothing you can do. Mateo coming in 2nd place at 113-46. Mario in 3rd with 109-52. Big Rob, 83-34. They must have started late. And Matt at 53-19. Started late as well. So, I'm sorry. Sonia just got a huge lead. It ain't no coming back from that.
Absolutely. And let's talk about who won the freaking week.
I don't know who that does. I'm just saying. Coming in that first play at 12-4, it was that Bills game. That was the sneaker. Randy, 2nd place. That's what I'm talking about, my boy. Coming in at 11-5. Came in 2nd place because of the points. He picked in that, I think it was the Rams game where he picked the points, so he came in second. Dom also came in at 11-5 at third place, and coming in up the bum, fourth place. Todd, 10-6.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Now let's see who's doing what in the overall yearly.
I don't want to see the overall. I mean, we don't worry about the overall.
Let's see that right now.
Coming in at first place is Dom at 159-65. I could catch him. I could. But it ain't going to happen this year. I'm coming in second place at 142-82. Randy, third place at 138-86. Todd, you sneaking up. You could catch third this week. You never know. You're at 134-90 at fourth place. So,
bro, I don't know. I have to have like 2 really good weeks in a row, and Randy's going to have to like fall on his ass at least once. But man, oh man, this is the worst pick'ems ever. So the winner gets the spoils, and the spoils. Matty Matt, enjoy.
Yo, it's Matty Matt, better show respect. Pick'em champ, yeah, put your game in check. Cowboys on his chest, star shining bright. He'll tell you they the best every single night. Thinks his pick's divine, like he's God's own son. Your team ain't shit, boy, I already won. He's loud, he's proud, got the numbers to prove. While you second guessing, Matty's making moves. Swagger on 100, attitude on 10. Rubbing in your face, let the games begin. You think you got skill, step up, take a crack. Matt deal, leave you hanging like Romo's back. Pick'em champ, baby. I'm the big dog here. Matt's the truth. Let me make it crystal clear. Matty Matt, he's the king of the picks. Stacking up wins while you throwing up bricks. Cowboys riding, yeah, he backs that star. Talk your trash, but you won't get far. He's bold, he's cold, got the league on smash. Every pick he makes, yeah, it's pure whiplash.
Enough of that. Believe me, enough of that.
Over here rocking the group. You damn right, Mario. I'm living large this week, baby. What's happening? And he's right. A lot of the viewers' picks, they started. They didn't know they could do the viewers' picks, so some of the viewers have lower numbers because of that. But thank you, Mario. Yes, I'm living large, baby. That was a good win.
Okay, so Matty Matt got his shine, and so let's start off with the 2 headlines to start this week. We're going to rap about that right now.
That's that weekly headline.
It's the weekly headline. So the first headline that just popped off just a little while ago, I don't know if you heard it, Matt.
What's up?
But with a doubleheader that we all hate for Monday night, we'll talk about later on. The Raiders and Falcons played an uninspired football game the other night, and because of that, Kirk Cousins is now benched for the rest of the year. Michael Penix now gets the keys to the car. Thoughts on that, my friend?
I think it's I don't know. I feel like the Falcons organization is saying that, you know what, it might not be our year, and we're just going to throw in the towel right now because, yeah, Kirk Cousins had a horrible game. If you watched the game yesterday, it was bad against the Raiders, and they still could have won in the last 2 minutes of the game. It was a bad game, but I think the organization is just saying, like, you know what, whatever happened from here, let's just see what the rookie can do. It's the last 3 games. Just throw them in. If we lose all 3, it's okay. We might get a top 15 picks. Who knows? But I think they're just saying we're done with Kirk Cousins. And this looks like the end of Kirk Cousins. I don't think he's getting any team next year. They might even go ahead and get rid of him because this is not a good look. If you couldn't, with that division, how open it was this year, and you couldn't get that team above the rim, yeah, I'm sorry. I think it's done for Kirk Cousins.
Now, we haven't seen him play. Michael Penix can be a good quarterback. He may not be, but from what I know and what I can only name you, maybe you can name me a couple more. Maybe in the comments you could see one, or you guys could type one out that we missed or that I brought up. But let's name some successful left-handed quarterbacks, because I'll start. Steve Young.
Michael Vick.
Okay. Mark Brunell.
Dang. It's hard. Lefty.
Right.
What's going? Wasn't Drew Brees a lefty?
Nope. Righty.
No. I thought he was.
Boomer Esiason. That goes back. That's a Bengals quarterback.
Way back.
Okay. I'm trying to think of some other lefties right now.
I'm drawing blanks right now, man.
There's not too many of them, right?
No, it's hard. I think wasn't Robert Griffin a lefty?
No,
I know he didn't have a great career, right?
No, Robert Griffin's a righty.
He was righty?
Yeah.
Dang.
Think about it. There's not too many left-handed quarterbacks, right?
You might have to Google that, man, because right now I'm drawing a blank.
Yeah, there's not too many left-handed quarterbacks that made it out of, that are really, really good. And Sonia brings up Mike Vick is now coach for Norfolk State in college. I think that's Division II or Division III, one of the two. Mm-hmm. But anyway, the point is there's not too many left-handed quarterbacks. I know the last one that was highly touted to be really good because, you got Tua right now, but Tua's concussion prone. He's shown signs of brilliance, but, left-handed quarterbacks, I don't know, man. There's just not that niche for them. You know what I mean?
No.
And Matt Leinart was at USC. He did really good, but didn't have an NFL career. So my thing is Michael Penix is already behind the 8 ball, in my opinion. And it's when you're a left-handed quarterback, you're either really good or you're forgotten, man. So I'm very interested to see if it is Kirk Cousins, Matt, is Penix the move for the future, or worst case scenario, bro, if Penix can't get it going either this year, because obviously he's got what is it called? He's got a free pass this year because he's getting his feet wet. If he's not the guy moving on like next year, man, they spent a lot on Kirk Cousins and they gave up a lot to get Penix.
Shoot. You got to cut one of them, cut bait with one. I'm like this. You already see what you're getting with your veteran. Mm-hmm. Might as well see what you're going to get from your rookie. You never know. He could turn out to be the shining star. At least you got to try, because obviously Kirk Cousins wasn't the guy for your team. And it clearly showed, because yesterday was, my God, it was horrible.
That is true.
Bad. And I don't really watch Raider games, but I just happened to watch it, and it was just bad.
Now let me give you this. Since we're a week-to-week reaction, that's enough on the left-handed quarterbacks and what happened with the Falcons, my man. Let's talk about story number 2. Detroit took a loss in a marquee matchup to the Buffalo Bills, highest-scoring football game of the season, 90 combined points. The Lions fall to 12-2. The Eagles have been behind and really not talked about too much. They've kind of ho-hummed their way to a 12-2 record. The Minnesota Vikings have now gotten to 12-2. Which of the 3, Matt, do you think are a serious threat for, which one right now, as they are in week 14, which one do you think is a serious threat in the NFC to go to the Super Bowl out of those 3 right now?
The Eagles, the Vikings, the Lions. I got to be real. And if I got to keep it real, I hate to say this, and you already know where I'm going, man. Mm-hmm. I got to give props to the Eagles, because they beat a team in the Steelers last week, and the Steelers is no slouch, and their defense is pretty good. And to put up 27 points against the Steelers defense like that, and for Jalen Hurts to have a good game like that, you got to give credit. You got to give credit where credit is due. I can't keep hating on the Eagles. Oh, I'm going to keep hating, but I can't keep losing every freaking week. That's like 5 or 6 weeks in a row I picked against the Eagles because I hate them, and they keep winning. And it's like, dang, I just might have to become a believer, because I think the Eagles might be representing the NFC East this year, because they're quietly loaded, man. Because everybody look at Saquon Barkley and it's like, oh my God, they got Saquon, they got AJ Brown. Jalen Hurts has been pretty solid this year. Man, they got it all, man. And their defense has been low-key pretty good this year, too. So I got to give Teamer 20, I'm giving you credit, okay? I know you're an Eagles fan. Jesus Christ. Your team look legit.
I will say this then. Name off the top of your head strengths and weaknesses for all 3.
For the Eagles, maybe coaching might be their weakness because of what happened last year. Since last year they started off real good. They were contenders for the Super Bowl, and then all of a sudden the last 5-6 weeks they just maybe coaching would be their weakness. Quarterback, I don't see a weakness in there. Receivers, they got, like I said, AJ Brown. They got Smith. Tight end, maybe tight end. I don't know. I don't think so. So I would just say coaching for the Eagles. As far as the Lions, I think losing what's his name, Hutchinson, really hurt their defense, man. So that defense might be their Achilles heel, because offensively they they look pretty good. They put up 42 points against the Bills, but they gave up 48. So defense might be their Achilles heel. As far as the Vikings, believe it or not, I think their weakness right now might be quarterback because of the history of Sam Darnold. He's having a great year, but when you go into history of his career, he will be the weakness of the team. Just off of that. So that's my theory on those three.
I would say the coaching, I would rank it like this. The Lions have number 1 out of the 3. Number 2 would be the Vikings and Randy's twin. That guy reminds me of Randy all the time. He looks just like him. And then the Eagles 3 in the coaching. Defensively, the best out of the 3 I would have to say is the Vikings. They've played really good defense this year. I would have to say their weakness would be their offensive line because it comes and goes. They sometimes play really good, and then sometimes they can't protect for Darnold, and they go weak for a little bit. The Lions, I would have to agree. The defense, man. And as far as the Eagles, I would have to say special teams maybe. Because they're freaking hitting on all phases, man. So I don't know who's going to get that number 1 seed, but you have 3 teams with 3 games left that have the exact same record. So it's going to be very, very interesting going down the stretch.
Well, now, definitely schedules have to be in play for that. It depends on what their schedule look like for sure.
Yes, absolutely. Now, we're going to get to a game that featured, and I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off, F it. Packers go into Seattle, and for some reason, when we said we were going to don those highlighters, bro, I knew we were in big trouble. And the Seahawks were only a game out of the Packers, and if they won, and even if the Packers had lost, it would pretty much set up, the division to be ours, and also give the Seahawks a first-round shot at the Packers if we take 2 out of the next 3 games, because it would be the right back in Seattle. The first thing that troubled me, and I'll get to this game right away, the fact that Green Bay had the visitor side locked down. The season ticket holders sold a lot of their tickets. It really was demoralizing to hear "Go Pack Go" at Lumen Field. And the first 2 drives, they freaking put the Seahawks on their heels. They were down 14 points. Seattle once again taking stupid 3rd down sacks. Geno Smith, but that offensive line is terrible.
Tell them how you really feel, Todd.
That offensive line is terrible. But I will say Geno still, on one hand, he'll throw a beautiful pass to Njigba. Right dime over the linebacker, between the safety and the corner. And you're like, man, that's the only place it could be thrown. And then he's throwing the ball down on the ground, pissed off because the blocker wasn't there to set up a screen. Or he's overthrowing a receiver and blaming the receiver. Or he's taking a sack knowing damn well you can't. I know the offensive line sucks, but you can shift them. You can have them slide protect. There's a lot of things you could do. You could bring in a tight end as an extra blocker, right? He doesn't understand when teams blitz, and he'll sit there like he's got 5 seconds to throw when he's really got 2, and he takes a dumb-ass sack. I love the guy, and I hate him at the same time. But the worst part about it is when he banged up his knee, everyone on Seahawks pages that I follow were like, yeah, Sam Howell's there. And I'm a Sam Howell guy too. I like him. I think he can do something. He had a terrible line in Washington last year, and he still put up numbers. But he came out in this game, and he looked like he never threw a pass in his life. He looked like he never practiced with any of these receivers. Hell, I don't even know if he knew who DK Metcalf was. And he looked terrible. And they still got themselves back in the game. Credit the defense, credit McDonald's, adjustments. But damn, dude, in the end, the score was still 30-13. And this is a game that I'm not going to say, oh, this game killed our season. I will just say,
you still got a shot.
We have to win out, dude.
You got a shot.
Knowing my luck, we'll upset the Vikings.
Yeah.
We'll beat the Bears, and then we'll go and I'll be in attendance on the last game of the season when the Rams just rip our heart out. The genius will win again.
You think so?
I know so. I know so. I don't even think it'll get to that point, to be honest with you. I think they're cooked already. Because to me, their season was lost when they lost to like the Giants, when they lost the first time to the Rams, when they should have beat them there. So
I'm not gonna lie, that Giants loss really did hurt you guys. I'm just kidding on it.
It was a giant loss. but yeah,
hindsight.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I told you back then when we did the pick'ems and you guys were laughing at me like, who loses to the Giants? I'm like, well, this jackass team does. So long story short, rant over, tough season. But look, I'll look at it this way. In the beginning of the season, Matt, and you're a witness to this before I give you your shot at my team. I did, and you have proof that I picked the Rams to win this division by one game.
You did.
I did. And I said the Niners were going to be cursed, and I said my Seahawks would blow it at the end. They'd be somewhere around 500. And look, I think that's where we're going to end up, bro.
Well, first of all, I didn't know you was a fortune teller, so
well, not in the picks.
Yeah,
in the division, yes.
Hey, man, you predicted that perfectly. But look, the Rams in the beginning, they lost both of their offensive wide receivers, and Kua and Cup. So it looked like it was just going to be a tail slide, and they were going to just fall out of that division. And you guys looked like the key winners. And then all of a sudden they got healthy at the right moment, and then boom, they're killing it. I ain't gonna lie, the Rams are looking really good. But I will say this, Todd, there's still hope, man. There's still hope. Y'all, you be crushing Geno, man. How dare you, dude? How dare you crush Geno Smith, man? That dude has made you guys win a few games. Yes, he has screwed up. Yes, he does throw untimely interception when you need a good pass. He does throw interception. I'll give you that. But this man has battled and battled. And last year, he did solid for you, right? This year, he's been doing okay. Why are you crushing this man, dude?
Because we need him to do solid. And right now, he's leading the league with interceptions. And that's just for a team
I'll give you that.
For a team that's trying to learn McDonald's, I mean, it's a big switch from Carroll to McDonald's. So I knew this year was going to be.
You got to take that into consideration too, man.
Oh, I am. It's a learning curve because we've cut some guys. And the guys that, McDonald's brought in have done the job defensively, and we're more what's it called? We're more disciplined, but I still think there's a lot of work on the offensive line. And mark my words, Hal and both Smith are gone next year. We're going to get a new quarterback, possibly drafting one.
Kirk Cousins is available. You can get Kirk Cousins. Don't get rid of Geno Smith, man. Don't be like that.
And you know who else we're losing?
Charbonnet?
No. I will give.
Don't tell me DK.
No. We're losing Lockett.
Oh yeah. I can smell it. The right.
Lockett's not fitting this offense, bro.
No,
not one bit.
They're not even utilizing the dude.
Dude, they're throwing to him like twice. Yeah, they don't even know he's on the team, dude.
Yeah. So, I will say this. Damn, I lost my train of thought.
What were you gonna say?
I lost my train of thought. I was gonna say something real fast. Dang.
Well,
I had something important to say.
About the Seahawks or about who?
It was about the Seahawks. It was something good. Oh yeah, that's what it was. Check this out. You guys got down 20-3 really fast, right?
Correct.
Okay. Geno Smith is not a come from behind quarterback. We know that.
Not at all.
A managing quarterback. So I think this game, your defense let you down.
Well, in the first quarter, yeah.
In the first quarter, the defense let you down. And once you're down that big, you can count y'all done. Because I don't think Geno got it in him to come down 2 touchdowns to come back for the win. Unless you're playing like the Raiders, he might do something like that. But a good team like the Packers, he ain't coming back. So once you guys got down 20-3, you stick a fork, get ready for the next game.
Oh yeah, we're done. Yeah. Now let's talk about your team, the Dallas Cowboys. They were playing the powerhouse Carolina Panthers.
Hey man, y'all picked the Panthers to win. I'm playing.
You know what? That was the only reason why you won this week because we all picked
the Cowboys. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? All you guys went against me, and I loved it. Even the fans. Mario picked the Panthers. Even James picked the Panthers. All you guys picked the Panthers. I think somebody picked the Cowboys under me, but it's not the point. The point is, you guys all picked against my team. And I know the bad loss last week against the Bengals. I'm still hurt because winning will be 7-7. But I just knew the Panthers wasn't going to beat us because at the end of the day, they're still the Panthers. Come on now. Let's keep it 100, man. Look, I'm not going to sit here and say this was an excellent win. Like, oh, my God, we beat a powerhouse team because it's still a Panthers. But a win's a win. Micah Parsons looked good. Okay. I'll give him that. I wish he would have not get hurt in the beginning of the season. That way we might have had a chance to make the playoff. That's another story. Cooper Rush looked good against an inferior team like the Panthers. So I'm not even going to go here and say like he's the guy because last week he So it was a great win. It felt good to win, but it was the Panthers. So again, I'm not going to sit here and say we're world beaters. I'm not going to sit here and say we're the best team because we're clearly not. So the fact that we put up 30 points too was kind of like a shame because had we put up 30 points last week, I'm just saying, that was the first time Cooper Rush ever put up more than 24 points. He under 25 for sure. If you put more than 25 points against Cooper Rush, you won the game. Congratulations, it's over. Because he's never put up more than 30. So the fact that he reached 30, I was shocked. And it wasn't just him, but you know what I'm saying. But a good win for the Cowboys. We got to get ready for this week. It's going to be a tough task. I think we got I know it's a 5:20 game. I just looked at it and I was just like, dang, I think it's the Bucks, if I'm not mistaken. That's going to be a tough game. I ain't gonna lie to you.
We'll talk about that.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that for sure.
Yeah, but you guys go to 5-2 on the road.
Yeah.
And the Panthers fall to 2-6 at home. 3-11 is the record for the Panthers. I'll just say this: Bryce Young, again, not a dominating performance, but another, shake your head like, okay, I'll give you the head nod. Not bad. He's looking like an NFL quarterback under the new coaching staff since they've arrived. They put him back in the helm. 19 for 28, 219. I think the key for you guys this week was you shut down Chubb or Hubbard, Chuba Hubbard. Yeah, he didn't do anything. He didn't do anything in this week. And then your boy CD Lamb.
Oh, that's what he took.
Yeah, he took away his tube. But I will just say this. I will just say this though. The Cowboys I think are trying to get to 500 or at least to 8-9 this year to finish out the year strong. And I think McCarthy's going to get another shot next year. So we'll see how that goes for the Cowboys. But 30-14, that's our breakdown on the two games. And real quick, Randy said his power has been out since 5, so that he's not sleeping. It's because of the power right there. So shout out to Randy. We'll get his picks hopefully here soon.
As soon as your picks, Randy, we'll read it out loud.
Yeah, we have the picks already for Dom, so we're good on that. And then we could have a guest to join us here soon, so we'll see what happens there. As far as the rest of the games this week, my man, let's talk about that Thursday night game, the Rams and 49ers. I'll ask you this question straight up. Well, actually, two questions. It's a 1A, 1B. 1A question is 12-6. Are the Niners done?
Oh.
And then 1B on the question, bro, that game was boring, wasn't it?
That was a boring game. To start your game off like, realistically, you thought the over and under was like 45, I believe. You're thinking it's going to be a high-scoring game. It's the Rams, it's the Niners. That game was bad. I mean, bad on both ends, and it was just a bad game. I will say this. That was the worst I've seen Brock Purdy play. I don't watch him all the time, but when I do see him, he's pretty good. That was the worst I've ever seen him play. And I'm not concerned because he's still a pretty good quarterback. Let's keep it 100. But something's going on there. I know they have the injury bug this year, but I think there's something more to that. I'm hearing the rumors of Shanahan leaving. I'm sure you heard the rumors about the Bears trading their picks to get Shanahan, which I don't know. That's something that would be considered. But something's going on. And Dom could probably elaborate if he was here, but that was the worst Thursday night game this year, I think.
If not the worst, it's up there.
Yeah, for sure.
And you could say the rain and all that, but the Rams were, until they got in the red zone, they were dinking and dunking their way down the field. Williams again is very underrated. I can't stand that the genius just keeps pulling shit out of his ass, and it works. And Nakua making incredible catches. And one thing that bugged me, and I wonder if it bugged Dominic, Debo was wide open and late in the fourth quarter. And Purdy threw a beautiful pass to him. And it's clear if he catches it, he's got the guy who got shot blocking on the left side, the safety. Debo's going to prance his way into the end zone. Matt, let me ask you this. The kicker a few weeks ago missed a couple kicks, and Debo got in his face, disrespected him. The punt, we talked about it. I gave you my feelings. I thought that was a bitch-ass move for him to walk away from the holder. Because if he's man enough to take on the kicker, which is like taking on a girl, no offense to girls, but come on, man, if another guy's getting in your face, stay right there. Be about it. You started the fight, finish it, right?
Oh, 100%. 100%. And
I didn't see the kicker or the place kicker getting his face or anyone getting his face for another drop, bro.
Hey,
thoughts on Debo?
Hey, and you know me, if you said something to me, okay, all right, you got me. But when it's my opportunity, I'm gonna let. Hey, bro, you got in my face with that bull. What you doing, bro? Hey, I'm all up in his face. Pause. Hey,
so I called Debo a bitch for walking away from the play, the holder. I think, am I correct on saying the holder was a bitch for not confronting Debo?
100%, man.
There you go.
But look, but let's be real. Punters, special team kickers and stuff, they not confrontational. They don't even want contact, because when you running up full speed and the last person to tackle is the kicker, you pretty much got a touchdown. Let's keep it 100. He ain't gonna touch you. But hey, back to the Niners game. If we're talking, what's that linebacker who refused to get in the game?
Davarius something or whatever.
Yeah. Leave the comments. I forgot his name right now. My thoughts on that one, dude, that's a weak move, bro. That's a weak move. And I knew it had something to do with Greenlaw coming back, and you didn't, you felt like you deserved the playing time, this, that, and third. Bro, it bothered me. It bothered me because I'm about brotherhood. I'm not about to leave my peoples behind. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm loyalty and stuff like that. So the fact that you just walked away from the game when the coach said, hey, come in, we need you, our boy is hurt, and I'm good, I don't feel like playing, and walked off the field. Oh, bro, stay there, stay in the field, you're good, we getting on the plane. I'm good.
Well, here's the thing, to follow up on that, and I want your thoughts on this. With the injury now, if he would have played in that game, he's starting the final three games.
Now you're suspended, you don't get paid, and guess what? You think anybody's going to want you on the team now, knowing that you're going to walk away from your brothers because you're pouting? Oh, man. Hey, he's done. I'm with Teamer 20. He can kiss his NFL career goodbye. Ain't nobody gonna pick him up. Campbell, there you go.
I mean, there's the XFL. So I mean, that's about it, bro.
Dude, you ran rightfully so. Everybody criticized him. I hope he enjoyed his walk away from the field, because that was his last shining moment in the NFL. No one's going to pick him up.
I will say this, Matt. Is this the most cursed you've ever seen one football team in one season? Because I can't think of another team.
That curse is real, baby.
I have never seen, bro, one season where one team has had so much adversity, so much crap thrown at it.
I'm not going to lie. You don't see this much on one team all from the beginning towards the end. It's been from even before your boy got shot, man.
Yeah,
and, from before training camp, he got shot, and then the injuries. Brandon Ayuk got hurt, and then the whole holdout. He had a holdout, then he gets hurt. What's the lineman? The best lineman, Trent Williams, holdout. Christian McCaffrey hurt. You know what I'm saying? It's been I've not the shooting on the injuries, but I love that they're not doing good, because I hate the Niners. But you got to keep it real, man. They got hit with the bug, and they ain't just the injury bug. They got hit with karma bug. Like, I don't know what they did or bad juju somebody put on them, but dang.
Yeah, they are paying the tab for whatever they ran up, because I swear to God, and that's how talented they are. I hate saying it, but that's how talented the Niners are. They're still 6-8.
And they still could make the playoffs.
Yeah.
In your division. That's how bad your division is.
Imagine
Well,
they went out, they could actually do it. If the right things happen, they could actually do it. So,
they're going to need some help.
Yeah, they're going to need a lot of help. So let's move on from the Niners real quick. Oh, last thing on the Niners, because this was brought up today too. Contract extension. Yes or no, real quick, for your boy Purdy. Is he $50 million or is he $60 million quarterback?
He ain't 60. Nah, he ain't 60. Maybe 50, 45, 50.
So your quarterback is $60 million and hasn't sniffed a Super Bowl.
I mean, he hasn't sniffed it, but he got to the hole. Paul. You know what I'm saying? He just didn't reach over. You know what I'm saying? So
look, take the boy out of it, Dak, because Dak is like freaking, he's a cowboy. So you're going to get paid. But let's just consider the fact that Trevor Million basically is now. But you got Trevor Lawrence and you got freaking the butt tickler Watson. They're making max money, dude. I mean, then they're hurting their franchises. Do the Niners start shedding people because of this?
You know what? Their window is closing. I don't think it's completely closed, but that Super Bowl run window, the last 4 years, it's definitely closing. So I think you got to start shedding. I'm with Teamer 20, 35 million, 35 to 40 million at best, maybe 45.
Yeah, but you got to look at his resume, man. He's been to the NFC Championship, should have been in twice, been to a Super Bowl.
Let's keep it real, dude. I feel like if you put Jared Goff with that system, he might even take him to the NFC Championship, if not Super Bowl. So I'm not going to sit here and say that Brock Purdy is not a good quarterback. I'm not going to sit here and say that. He's got a good system and he's got a good team to go with it. When he first came in, I know people are going to say, well, Garoppolo couldn't do it. Well, he went to the Super Bowl. And they were going to say, what's the guy Trey Lance didn't do it. I get it, but he's got a good team. Let's keep it real. He had Christian McCaffrey the first 2 years. You know, he had arguably the best offensive lineman in Trey Williams. He had Deebo Samuels at the time, was pretty solid, top 5 wide receiver. Tight end George Kittle. He had everything working for him, and he had a solid coach. So you take that away. If you put him on the Raiders, I don't think Brock Purdy's is putting up any numbers with the Raiders, but who will? So I don't know, man. I think he benefited from the system that he was in and the team that he was in. So I'm gonna just say he's 35 to 45 million.
All right. Well, let's see what happens, because apparently they're going to do it sooner than later. Now, real quick, Randy's out, but his backup just popped in.
Yay!
James.
Oh, hey, what's up?
What's going on, James?
James.
I rushed home so I could do this, so I'm very happy to be here.
All right. He's fresh off of his Coast to Coast appearances. He's been making a lot right there. So if you want to check that out, Coast to Coast. What is it?
Oh, yeah, Coast to Coast Entertainment Network. And then what else do I do? Well, that's it probably right now. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's jump you in right away. We just got over talking about the 49ers and Rams. We're going to talk about the Chiefs and the Browns. That was the first game on Sunday morning. The Chiefs ho-hummed their way to a 13-1 record. Guys, they are 13-1. The Browns lost again, not news. The news out of this one, though, is Patrick Mahomes is very, very gimpy. Whew. Down the stretch, they're going to need to win those games because the Bills are hot on their heels. They've got to clinch. Do you guys play him till they clinch, or do you sit him now?
Well, I'm going to go off first, James.
Yeah.
You sit him down. And you know why? Guess what? It's the Chiefs, baby. You know you're going to make the playoff. You're already clinched. You're good. It don't matter if you win the division. Don't matter if you win first place. Check this out. You got Patrick Mahomes, franchise quarterback, one of the greatest quarterbacks to play the game. You got to give him that. Just sit your butt down. We need you healthy. Who cares about these last 3 games? We know what you're capable of. And even if we go to 4th place, 3rd place, 2nd place, it don't matter. We know who we got. Get healthy so we can ride this train and make the Super Bowl, which I think they will do this year. Sit him down. Put a fork in him.
James?
Yeah, I know they have a pretty tough schedule, but it's I agree with Matt where you're looking at the playoffs, and without Mahomes, you're not going to put trust in Carson Wentz. It's he's I want to trust him with my team. So you don't want that in the playoffs, and I think a good rest would do well. But I know the NFL folks would be mad because these are marquee games coming up. It's Houston and then or Pittsburgh, Houston, then Pittsburgh, right? So that would be bad for the NFL, but it'd be good in the long run, for the Super Bowl in New Orleans for the Chiefs. Did you guys already go through the 49er game?
Yeah, we just finished that one up.
Okay. Let me just say real quick, it was the first game without a touchdown this year. And, I wanted to get a perspective from a 49er fan of Devondre Campbell, leaving the game in third quarter, just quitting on his teammates. I heard he was suspended 3 games, right? It's amazing we don't see this as much. I remember Vernon Davis being sent away by Mike Singletary because they were getting in an argument. But I don't know. It seems like the Niners are really, really just collapsing, despite their record and still being in it. But, a 49er fan with you, around you, Todd, very close to you. How did she feel about that player leaving in the third quarter?
Oh, she's like, look, he's a good player and everything, but he wasn't a star, so he was acting like a diva. She's like, he's dead to me, and he's probably dead to the rest of the league. So Matt brought that up too. I mean, he's going to have a hard time finding a job anywhere else.
And I heard that in Green Bay, where he came from as a free agent, I should say, he also had issues there. Like Quay Walker has issues. He always gets those, personal foul penalties that kill the team. But Devondre Campbell also had issues there in Green Bay, and you see better now. They're better off now without him in Green Bay, their defense. But yeah, probably be a Raider next year. My luck.
Anybody they cleaned out his locker and nameplate and everything was gone Monday a.m. So
that's good.
Yeah,
good for them.
It is what it is, man. I mean, screw it. You're not gonna be a player in this league that playing like that or have that mentality. But the reason why I bring up the Chiefs real quick is we finish this segment off right here. That they got, like James said, they got the Texans, the Steelers, and then at Broncos.
Ooh.
They really need to just win one more game because the Bills lost that other game. So if they can get past Houston, you're resting them against 2 very aggressive defenses. So that could help out the Chiefs in the long run and Mahomes, because he'll get a good 3 weeks off. So before he has to play again when they host a playoff game. So actually 4 weeks. So yeah, he'll get an entire month. Now let's move to a game. It's the first one of 2 incidents that happened, guys. I don't know if you saw it because it didn't mean much in this game, but we'll talk about another game where it did matter a lot. But the Titans fall to 3-11. They lose to the Bengals. Bengals score a lot of points. They also give up a lot of points. And this was a 37-27 game. The thing I'm taking out of it is late in the game, they got a return, and they were running it all the way back, and the guy bobbles the ball because he's too worried before he gets in the end zone what kind of celebration he's going to get, fellas. Guys, is this a cuttable or a suspendable offense in your mind?
Take that one, James. I'm going to let you take that one first.
Yeah, luckily I saw what's his name on YouTube break it down. The reason why Joe Burrow was pissed, the way that he lost the ball. It's been happening. Last week it happened too, a Deshaun Jackson type of play. I'm trying to remember whom it was. I think it was on Sunday night. But those incidents, I don't know if they make players run or you get a fine or something like that. I think that's all they can do when it comes to like the Players Association and all that. There's not much you could do like back then. I don't think you can suspend them. Maybe they wait to suspend him at the end of the year, but it's not like he, punched a teammate or something like that. It happens, but maybe you just fine him, or I don't know. See, I hear the stories from back then. It's like, yeah, he ran all these miles. He made, he had to do all these laps. He paid a, $200 fine back then. They really yelled at him. Now you can't do any of that. So I don't know what you do with him.
Soft, man. It's gotten soft, man. Hey, run. You run it. Nah, screw that. You run it. And then I'm going to take some money out of your pocket. I'm fining you for sure for that, man. Because, but now, like you said, James, you can't do none of that stuff no more. So more likely, they're probably just going to fine him,
Because
kick his ass and the coach do while you're at it.
Yeah, because I'm saying this. I think you do one of those things where you rookie haze. You say, hey, man, you're taking the whole team out. And you're going to pay for it. You're going to pay the meal.
And I'm gonna buy the biggest steak. I want that 30-ounce steak, bro, prime rib.
Because all I'm saying is this stuff started happening. I don't know if it was with Deion Sanders or Des Bryant. It was one of the Cowboys I first saw it because first time I saw it, it was usually like a guy gets stripped and he fumbles and it hits the pylon. It's a touchback, right? But guys in college in the NFL, and you've seen it a lot in college, these guys get these great kick returns, these great passes, and they're running the end zone. They're so quick to just drop the mother effing ball.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, I would teach my players to cradle that shit like it's a baby. I don't care if there's no one within 30 yards. Until you reach the back end white of the end zone, then do whatever the hell you want. If you want to punt it in the crowd, if you want to put it up your butt, fine. But don't drop that sucker until you're way into the end zone.
I was trying to think like 80s, 90s or something. They ran with it and then they ended up like dropping it. But before they would spike it, frontwards. So it's like I'm getting too technical with this. But from what I've seen, I remember, what was it, like 2013? I think it was Peyton Manning's first game in Denver. They had a linebacker, Trevathan, do that, and I forgot what happened to him, but you didn't see him on the team after that. But yeah, it's a showboating thing. I love to Barry Sanders or somebody that would, like you said, cradle it, then just give it to the referee. I kind of miss stuff like that. Or what I've been seeing now, players are kicking it or punting it in the crowd.
Yep.
But I think it. Deshaun Jackson, that's the main example.
Yep.
You go to Trevathan. And I don't remember last week, but yeah, it's just a bad thing. And you just hope someone's there to say, hey, if you do this, it's a certain amount of fine that will put a real dent in your first and 15 paycheck.
Absolutely. And real quick, we're going to jump ahead to this game because Sonia brought it up. And this one really, and this is a throwback, Matt, it's a grinds my gears moment because this one started it for me. It was the Colts at Broncos. The Broncos were down in this game 13-7. Jonathan Taylor, which you guys love. I know, Matt, you're a big fan. This dude had a nice run, like a 51-yard run. The same bullshit. He gets to the goal line and drops the ball.
I remember that.
And at that point, guys, on the road in a tough environment, the Colts would have went up 19-7, probably go for 2 to try to make it 2 scores. Guys, the game turned on that because Richardson tried to bring him back. He tried to get him down the field, and it seemed like the game just, no matter what the Colts tried after that, it just did not work. Taylor's actually was worse than the Bengals one because the Bengals were going to win that game. Matt, what did you think about Taylor's stupid move?
I mean, like you said, those type of plays are bonehead. You walk into the end zone and get the touchdown. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, bonehead plays, man. That's all I can say. Bonehead plays.
Yeah, that wasn't the only turnover. There was 2 more turnovers. There was a Michael Pittman Jr. Fumble on the sideline after a catch that was taken by Denver. And then I think the worst one, it gave me the Patriots Raider vibes from a couple years ago where they threw the ball on a lateral backwards, and it was taken by, I think he's a rookie, Nick Bontillo. He's the best, better than Tebow, number 15, Denver Bronco. He's having a stellar year for the Broncos. The whole defense is doing so well. But yeah, he took that back for the they called it a fumble, but it was in the air.
Yeah.
It was weird how they scored it, but yeah, there were 3 turnovers that definitely killed the Colts. And there's a reason Houston won the division. There's a reason the Colts are pretty much out of it. And then it's just great for Denver, as much as I hate Denver, of course.
Mm-hmm.
They have everything going for them. They have a young quarterback, everything I wish I had. A young defense that's really good, a great running game. The passing game is there. They might really need that game for seeding against the Chiefs in Week 18. So look out for that.
Well, that play you described, it looked like something out of high school. I was like, wow, did he really throw that back to the quarterback? Like, but lazy, and that was an easy touchdown. Oh my god!
Oh, easy.
Yeah. Now,
like Steamer 20 said, that was the domino effect.
It was. Now we're going to talk about a game that turned into a really good game that shouldn't have been, but you had the Washington Commanders of Redskins get their 9th win of the season, but barely. Against the Saints with Ritter trying to bring him back in that one, not John Ritter, but the Saints scored 12 fourth quarter points, and we're going for the win. Matt, I'll start with you on this one, man. I don't know. Did you see the last play of the game on the 2-point conversion? I didn't like it either. The rollout play. You're taking away an entire side of the field, bro.
To be honest with you, I didn't even see that game, to be real.
Okay, then. James, I'll throw it over.
Take this one.
Okay, so was that a rollout? That was a rollout and roll out, big roll out. Did they try to throw? They tried to throw to the tight end, right?
Yeah,
or they threw it in the corner and the back of the end zone. The touchdown was the corner pile, or no, it was the first corner front pylon, but they tried it in the back of the end zone for the 2-point conversion. They have nothing to lose, obviously. So, Rizzi and the coach was just trying to get something going there. It would have been a devastating loss for Washington. But,
well, see, my point is with them rolling out, you're taking the line with you. You're taking the quarterback run out of it because they're then running towards Ritter. So if Ritter would have been in the shotgun, he could have looked right, looked left. It's not there. Try to find a seam up the middle and dive in, like he could have did that. And I just think that when you roll out like that, you're taking away one side of the field. But
now, real quick, do you go for the field goal?
No, I think that was the right call, going for
the extra point. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't try to run it. I know Kamara left the game, I think, but we've seen teams, do a shotgun and try to run up the middle or something like that, or have a play action or something. But yeah, I'm happy for Washington, of course. The best 14-game start since '92, and then the first winning season since 2016, and they almost clinched a playoff berth. I think they're on their way. Last one was 2020 when they were 7-9, so over the Eagles too. That's how Jalen Hurts got his first start. And that was Peterson's last game for Philly. So, yeah, a lot of things are happening good for Washington. For New Orleans, again, they're still with the cap issues. Derek Carr got hurt doing stupid things last week. I don't know where the Saints go from here, man. They're in cap hell.
To the next season.
What's that?
They go marching into the next season.
Stupid. Dude, they're $68 million in cap hell.
Yeah, that's it.
Now let's move on to a game that, again, nobody watched. I don't even think Giants fans did. This was the bye week. The Giants are crystal clear 0-8 at home. 0-8 at home. They have only one more chance to win a home game, and that it will be against the Colts in 2 weeks. But for now, they lose to the Ravens predictably 35-14. I don't know what we can say about this other than the Ravens did what they were supposed to do.
Pretty much. I mean, we all knew they were going to dominate this game. I'm surprised the Giants put up 14 points. So, I mean, what can you say? The Ravens did what they were supposed to do, man. So, good win for the Ravens.
Yeah, last week the Giants put up 11 points in a loss. They had the field goal block at the end. I'm trying to remember. Or they played the Colts. The Colts, I think. But Mark Andrews became the top touchdown scorer in Raven history, at least. Baltimore Raven history. And then Jackson had 5 touchdowns thrown. 13 Third time in his career he's thrown 5. And then Bateman has 7 touchdowns. He had 2 in that game. And then, 9th straight loss for the Giants, and they secured the first pick. It keeps going back and forth, of course, with the Raiders. But the Giants are a mess, too. I mean, DeVito couldn't stay healthy, so they had Tim Boyle playing, I think, and I don't want to see any of them. Giants and Jet football, that whole area, the New York, New Jersey, whatever, it's been a disaster far past 2017, too. It's just been awful to see both teams.
Yeah, Jets are now at, 10 years of no playoffs, is it? Or is it 14?
Feels like more. I think it's 2011 AFC Championship, right?
Yeah, I think so.
That's it.
Didn't they go in 2012?
I thought it was 2010. 2012 was Baltimore and New England, I want to say.
Terrible, terrible football. That'll move us on to more terrible, terrible football. Let's talk about the Jets and Jaguars. It was a battle of who's going to win 4 games.
Oh, that's an interesting game.
And the Jets were like, ooh, ooh, ooh. The Jets scored 25 second-half points, fellas, and the Jets win 32-25. You saw some good defense, and you saw some bad defense, and you had guys like Mac Jones throwing 46 times. It's never a good thing. Thoughts out of this game, if you have any, Jets?
Yeah, I got it. Devontae Adams with his father, of course, Aaron Rodgers, had a great second half. He had 9 receptions, 198 yards, 2 touchdowns. Breece Hall had that easy touchdown up the middle to give the Jets the lead. And then Sauce Gardner finally had an interception. Mac Jones threw that up for anybody to go get. That was his first interception since 2022. I mean, the Sauce has been rotten for a long time, but finally he got a pick. So, Jets win. I mean, what was that, their 4th win? And, Jacksonville, I think they're still stuck at 3 wins, I want to say. And
3-11.
At least they had their 90s uniforms on. Those look nice.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good win for the Jets. I mean, it didn't matter. Whoever came in for win number 4, so it was good. But it was just entertaining because he came back, and scored those last-minute touchdowns too. And then Devontae had an excellent game, dude. And it just came out of nowhere in the last 4 minutes of the game. He just went off for 135 yards. So shout out to the Jets. I'm sure Randy was happy about that win, but also sad at the same time because you're losing ground on the draft. I'm just saying.
Yeah, that plays a part this time of the season. Now let's move on to a team that I think me and Matt were high on a couple weeks ago. We must have been high because we were predicting the Dolphins were going to make a playoff run. We thought we were going to get them into the postseason this year, but then Mike McDaniel reminded us why he is not a good coach and why he wears high waters with no socks.
What are you talking about him, man?
He has the worst coach hair in the NFL.
Why are you not talking about the man's hair?
The way he talks.
The way he talks.
He's a black man.
The way he identifies, Matt.
He's a black man. Even though he's as light as you, he's a black man.
Hey, the only thing I think he should use that for is he's like, hey, I'm black in the most important part. I would use that other than saying, because I would believe that more over the skin. That's all I'm saying. But the Dolphins lose it. We've been talking about this, guys, all season. The Texans are they're having a sophomore slump, especially with Stroud at quarterback. They're not hitting their potential. They've had some flashes with Mixon, but it just doesn't seem like the chemistry is there, both offensive and defensive. Guys, do you think the Dolphins did more to lose this game, or did Houston do more to win it? Was it Houston that won this game, or do you think the Dolphins gave them the win?
I think the Dolphins gave them the win. I don't know what happened, man. They took that. They had an opportunity to gain more ground. I know the Bills won, but I'm just saying gain more ground to the wild card, and you allow a team like Texans, who was a good team, but again, like you said, having a sophomore slump, to come and win, and they only won by 8 points, 20-12. You gave this one up, man. You gave it up, man, and that was a bad loss because I had the Dolphins winning.
Yep.
Yeah,
and Houston, like T-Moore 20 said, them turnovers, man. Tua had like three INTs, man.
Yeah.
You throw that many picks, you're pretty much done. You're cooked.
Yep.
So
Yeah, that was the difference of the game with Tua with the 3 picks. Houston did have their mistakes. I guess that's why the score wasn't there. But Stroud and Nico Collins are getting hot together. They hooked up for 2 touchdowns. That was a big loss, of course. Miami, their slim playoff chances are just getting a little bit slimmer. But Houston, I'm happy for them. They've won their division for a second straight year. Before that, I think they had 3 wins and 4 wins after Deshaun Watson. So, at least they're winning games and they're winning divisions, because it could be worse. I mean, they survived this year. They probably won't make any noise, but and again, it looks down at Miami. And then I keep on thinking to myself, and I'll ask you guys, is there a chance McDaniel gets fired after this season if they don't make the playoffs? What do you think with and I know there's a Dolphin fan, I think, in the comments as well. I want to say.
Oh yeah,
that's Randy right there.
Matt. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Randy's checking in from his car right now. The entire block is out. We talked about that earlier, Randy.
Hey, but you're still here, Randy, so we love
it. He identifies with the blackout.
There's definitely a good chance Daniels might get fired after this. I mean, there hasn't really been anything showing in his tenure here as a Dolphins coach. I know he's won a few games. I know he's made the playoffs a few times, but they've never been to an AFC championship. They haven't. So, I mean, it's a good possibility he could get fired. I don't know who you replace him with, but it's definitely a good chance he could be.
He's definitely one of those guys that I think he's trying to play into the mystique of the Dolphins, trying to do like a Don Shula, glasses, the sunglasses and the bravado, but it's not working, man. I don't see it. And a couple of his players that we brought up last week, he's over there by the heater in a cold environment when the players are sticking it out. Why can't he lead by example? So I think his goose is cooked, man. But definitely disappointing for the Dolphins. Let's talk about Bills and Lions. Combined 90 points. The Bills punted as much as I've punted this season. No time. The Lions scored 42 points. It came down to a couple stops by the Bills that really salted this one away. Guys, Josh Allen, is he your MVP?
Oh, I'll put like this.
Oh.
He definitely he's knocking at the door. I honestly think Saquon and Josh Allen are your front runners for MVP. I gotta admit. Yeah. Hands down.
Lamar.
They had the most. Yeah. Lamar.
There's still some weeks to go, too. I mean, they're on national television.
He's having a good year, but when you look at this season and the total impact, and if they didn't make those plays or didn't do what they did in certain games, like if Josh Allen didn't score those 6 touchdowns last week, even though they lost, it would have been an even bigger blowout. You know what I'm saying? So and if he didn't play as good as he did Sunday, they lose to the Lions. So I think Josh Allen is definitely credited for MVP. And Saquon, man, dude's had over 200 yards rushing in several games this year. That's crazy. So,
it would be nice to see a running back get the MVP.
It would be because it's always typical quarterback. And
that was what, Adrian Peterson 2012. That was the last time we had a non-quarterback. I want to say. Yeah. So this was a possible Super Bowl preview, hopefully. I remember Jim Nantz saying before the game, whoever won this game would be the new America's team because, Matt's team just...
First of all, don't be coming on this show, James, and being disrespectful, okay?
It's not even Texas' team anymore.
Here, man. Don't disrespect my team like that.
The Texans are literally, the name is in the state is literally in the name of the Texans. So they took over. Well, I don't know. But yeah, it was like 1 versus 2 offensively in that game too, and it lived up to that. Detroit came back, but Buffalo came out better defensively. They were embarrassed last week in Inglewood against the Rams. I happened to be there. So that I saw a clean game, but the one in Detroit wasn't. The Bills have the best turnover margin in the league. They they've scored 30 points in the last 8 straight games, 30 plus. So that tells you home or away, they can do whatever the hell they want. You mentioned Allen, 10 touchdowns the last 2 games. He had 3 on the ground, 3 in the air last week, and then he added, 4 more here. I'm worried, guys, the Lions, because they lost 2 more defensive players, and Montgomery supposedly might be out for the season. I mean, Gibbs and Montgomery, they've been a great rushing duo. They already have 13 players defensively on the IR list. So I'm worried about Detroit. It was a high-scoring game this season. It went by last week, barely. But, guys, I'm worried about, Dan Campbell, gambling all this, where – he's going for that early onside kick. He's going for 4th down all the time, right? And it works. It worked against the Packers, but didn't really work against the Bills. And the Bills are, upper tier team. I'm worried injuries are going to do the Lions in, and then the gambling of Dan Campbell. Like, those are my 2 worries there. I was high on Detroit, but you guys mentioned who's high. Who would you pick in the NFC? And I know it killed Matt to say Philly, but right now, if the coach doesn't give it up, just like, Matt said, you would have to pick Philly right now just because of who's available.
Correct. I mean, look, both these teams had no defenses. And my only question was, why couldn't the Bills do this against the Rams last week? Why couldn't they stop them at least once and win that goddamn game? And maybe I'm not
that was fun.
The season away.
And by the way, I was at that game with a friend. I had no fight in it at all. But man, the Bills fans, the Ram fans, they were just the nicest people. I mean, it was amazing to see that. I didn't get to see any tables being broken. I would have loved to see that. But the Bills definitely took over SoFi. The fans did, at least.
Everybody does.
That's true. So I'm hoping Kansas City loses. I'm hoping this would be the Super Bowl preview. I wouldn't mind Philadelphia. I wouldn't mind Minnesota either, but I don't trust them. But I'm high on the Bills right now.
Well, real quick question, guys. Man, the freaking and I just lost my train of thought. I had a real good question right now. I was just thinking about how the Lions, now are 12-2, and you got all these teams that are right there at SoFi. There's a question. I know I had to like ramble for a second. James, what did you think of the stupid ass DJ at SoFi Stadium? I can't stand that guy. He doesn't shut the F up.
House?
Third down. Whose house? And then they play the same songs when they're driving down the field.
Yep.
And then they have the woman who's playing the guitar. I thought that was cool though, but they kept playing music over her.
Yeah,
over her. I love her, and they kept playing music over her. Yeah, I thought it was cool. I didn't really mind the DJ or whatever. Maybe if I went with you to a Seahawk Ram game, then you can remind me how annoying it is, and then I'll get annoyed. But I didn't really notice it, to be honest with you.
To me, I noticed everything. I noticed the penis logo, the Rams mariachi band.
That was cool.
You have too much going on. That's my whole thing.
You need that though in LA. You need that though.
I guess
you need to hit everybody. You need to be so diverse to the point where it oversaturates the game.
Then we need a Chinese dragon for the first down marker. I don't know.
Well, they have whatever month that is.
Shut up, Randy. He says, of course he notices the penis.
I'm so happy I didn't sit midfield, so I wouldn't have to look at a dick all game.
All right, let's move on. Let's get out of here. Battle of Pennsylvania was a good one for a while, but the Steelers did not show up in the second half. Guys, the Eagles defense, is it for real? I know Matt had his comments on it. Let's hear it again. Eagles win 27-13.
Gotta give them credit, man. I mean, like I said, you beat a defense like the Steelers and put up 27 points against the Steelers defense. I hate to admit it. The Eagles looked like a Super Bowl contender, straight up. That was between the Lions and the Eagles and maybe Minnesota.
Yeah, I wish these two played every year. Battle of the Keystone State. I was watching this game attentively. Hurts did it through the air and ground. He's been playing better as of late. And, getting A.J. Brown back, that was a great thing. They hooked up. And then Devontae Smith, since he's come back, he's been amazing. I was worried about Saquon Barkley because he left the game, and I don't think he came back for a while if he did.
They didn't need him.
True. One mistake by Najee Harris really turned the game over for the Steelers. He had that fumble. The injury thing was a problem because T.J. Watt left the game with the left foot injury, and I was so worried about him. A.J. Brown, also, it looked bad at first, but he walked off. He had that late foot injury. Despite all that, Philly has won 9 straight. Despite all the issues with, why does it remind me of McNabb and T.O. all over again with Hurts and A.J. Brown? But I guess they're fine. They did their little kid and play dance. They're good. Pittsburgh clinched the playoff berth despite the loss, and we'll talk about them, I know, coming up. But, yeah, the Eagles right now, Eagles and Bills, it seems like, are the hottest teams.
Fly, Eagles, fly, Matt. What do you think about that?
First of all, T-Mir 20. I would never say those words. That's just disgusting. I might start choking on live camera if I say something like that. You know what I'm saying? But I have to admit, they won 10 straight games. And out of them 10 games, I probably picked them to lose out of 7. So they're the reason why I probably have lost a few weeks. So, yeah, they're looking pretty good. You got to admit it.
Yeah, and right now, the one takeout I'll take away from this game, yes, it's the Eagles' defense, but Russell Wilson isn't doing enough for me like he was with the Seahawks when he would bring a team back. I don't know if he has that gene in him anymore. I don't think so. He looks to me more of a game manager, and he'll throw it in there, maybe a deep ball every now and then, but he ain't the Russell Wilson that would bring you back. Because if he was, the Steelers I think would be unbeatable at this point. Let's move on to a game with little or no attention. There wasn't much to it. It was a tiny game. Even though they won, their shortcomings in the W was, nothing much to brag about. It was, rated by a lot of females as a game that really didn't float their boat. Cardinals, with the shortest quarterback in the NFL, closest to the ground, he leads the league in that. They win 30-17 over the Patriots.
You're being very disrespectful. You know that, right? You're just being very disrespectful, Kyler Murray. That man's name is Kyler Murray.
Midget. They win 30-17. I don't have nothing on this game because I don't give 2 shits.
First of all, you don't care because you know the Cardinals, man, are running close to your team to take that division.
We swept those midgets.
The Cardinals.
As bad as we are, we swept those midgets. Just saying.
I'm just saying. They beat a Patriots team. They came back. They needed to get that crick out of their system. They beat a Patriots team. I think they lost 3 straight. They back on the system. They're back on the train. They could take that division. Your division is so up in the air, the Niners can still win it. So I love the win for the Cardinals. I love it because I know you hate the Cardinals. You always disrespect the Cardinals. Yeah, I just love it. I love when the Cardinals win. Matter of fact, I'm picking them the rest of the 3 weeks. I'm just
whatever.
It's over.
Yeah, James Conner had 2 rushing touchdowns for the Cardinals. The Patriots have multiple turnovers. You expect that with a young team and Drake May. The only thing I'm wondering, guys, is Gerard Mayo going to survive this? Is he going to get fired after this season? What do you think?
No, I don't think he gets fired.
Yeah, I don't think he gets fired.
No, if he has another season like this next year, yeah, because the Cardinal fans are the 10 of them that are out there. They're very annoyed of this team being 500 for so long. So, Sonia says you never know.
I caught that. You're so disrespectful.
Let's move on because that game was shit. Let's go to SoFi, where the Chargers were supposed to serve home and take care of it. We must protect this house, as Under Armour used to do.
Oh,
but the Buccaneers come in there and they do what we thought they would do, but impressive throws by one Baker Mayfield.
They were good. I saw them up close.
Kick ass, 40-17. You were there, Matt. Let us know what happened.
Hey, man, it was electrifying. And as Randy comes back in, what's up, Randy? He got the power. Hey.
I don't know if like, can you guys hear me?
Got the power.
Is that the Vikings head coach or is that Randy?
That's Randy.
That's the good-looking one.
Where's the coach at?
What's going on, everybody? Sorry, had no power over here. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
It's all right, man. It's all right, brother.
I'll be right back. I'm going to hop behind the scenes, do a little fixing, and I'll be right back.
You got it. All right, man.
Real quick, the game was good. I picked the Chargers to win, so that's probably why they lost, because you know how I've been on the Chargers fan lately. You know what I'm saying? It was good to see him up close. I went with one of my boys. Shout out to Hector. He hooked me up. He hooked me up. But Baker looked really good. Baker looked really good, and to see him demolish the Chargers like that defense. That stout defense, like the Chargers always say. You Chargers fans always say, it's all about my defense. Chargers defense. Well, I'll tell you what, Sunday it didn't look good. I left in the fourth quarter. I was like, no need to watch this. They're done. They're cooked. So I hate that I picked them. I'm going to pick them again.
Yeah, I was happy with the results. Mayfield and Mike Evans, they both balled out for the Bucks. The running game, they got White back along with their other running backs, so that really helped them. Irving and White are really good two running backs there. The Bolts couldn't get anything with the running game with the loss of Dobbins, of course. They're just stuck with Gus Edwards. They can't really do anything else. The one thing that really concerns me about the Chargers is Justin Herbert. He's getting beaten all season long.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they've spent, I think, 3 first-round picks or close to first-round picks on that offensive line, and he's still getting beat as if he's got a different line. And he threw his first pick since week 2. So a lot of things have gone wrong with the Chargers. They're barely holding on, but luckily they still have that 2-game lead in the wild card.
True. What do you think, Randy? Did you see any of that game?
No, yeah, James is absolutely right. We were talking about this Chargers team. Seemed like 3, maybe even a month ago.
Yep.
About this defense and how if they could just somehow be respectable on offense, they could really ride this defense. And they seem to watch the show and be like, no. We're gonna play Charger fucking football, baby, and we're gonna start shitty. We're gonna go shitty down the fucking stretch, and that seems to be the road they're going down.
Yeah, it was disappointing because Baker and the Bucks they put the whooping to him, and I think the Bucks are gonna go undefeated to the end of the season, man. I don't see him losing.
Hold on.
We're going to look at the schedule here.
They're playing us this weekend.
They're playing.
Oh,
okay.
dub.
Yeah,
don't come be disrespectful. Randy. You don't be disrespectful, Randy.
Leave me alone. I just got here.
Hey, don't leave that disrespect. Leave that disrespect there.
Listen, I think they're beating the hell out of the Cowboys.
Hey.
I think it's close against the Panthers, and I think they're beating the hell out of the Saints.
Well,
you know what?
I think it'll be close against the Cowboys. I think they'll beat the hell out of the Panthers, and I think it'll be close against the Saints. Undefeated. I think you're right, Todd.
This dude Todd over here talking about they won't beat the hell out of Cowboys. Don't do that. Start hating on me, Todd, because I care about your Seahawks. Don't do that.
What do you think, James? What does James think?
Yeah, I agree with Todd. It just sucks that they can't flex out that game on Sunday night. I don't want to watch that.
They can't?
Yeah. See?
Or they won't.
Yeah, because of the 2 games on Saturday. And there's nothing else I want to see on Sunday, honestly, or Monday. So I guess I have to go with the TV show Dallas, the drama there.
You know what? I'll pick it. Let's get to this bitch, man.
Yeah. You know what? What's funny though? They might not even need that game against the Saints if the Falcons, blow the last 2 games though.
Yeah, they're going with Penix, so we'll see what happens. We'll see if the Falcons can save face, because the Falcons will finish out the season with the Giants at home, at Washington, and then at home against Carolina.
Not the Falcons?
Yes. So
Well, they're losing the middle one.
That's 2 wins.
And speaking of the Falcons, they were playing the Raiders. And man, oh man, did Kirk Cousins look like a rookie. He looked terrible, and they were trying to keep the ball in his hands to hand off to the running back, because They weren't trusting his arm, I guess. And Michael Penix is now your new starter. The Raiders tried everything to win this game. But they also did everything to lose this game. And there was this. I will say this to James because I wanted you to take first at this one, dude. This, as bad as the Oakland Coliseum was, as bad as the Coliseum back in the day before the renovations was, you would never see a visiting team come into that stadium and freaking just take it over. I mean, it's only because it's Vegas, bro. I believe the true Raider fans either can't afford that stadium because their ticket prices are ridiculous, or they just their hearts were broken that they left the state of California. Because there was a mystique in Oakland. I remember my first game going to the Coliseum, and the fans were bullying a 9-year-old Todd Fox for wearing a stupid Seahawks hat. So
you got traumatized, didn't you?
Yes, and I was sitting in the upper deck. I was nowhere close to the black hole. So there was a mystique about the Raiders. It doesn't seem to be there anymore, man.
Right. How much time you got? Man, it's just funny how, in just 2 years, that whole mystique or that popularity of the team, it's gone. It's dead.
Yep.
Like, it's done.
The autumn wind is no longer a Raider.
Yeah, definitely. It's just unfortunate. They kept showing the Falcon fans too all game. When they weren't showing the Raiders and the fans showing the "Hey, tank for Shredder" or "Just tank, baby."
Oh, yeah,
I love those signs yesterday. That was great. Yeah, all that with moving to Vegas just being a tourist attraction for the road team and their fans. That's what makes it worse. I mean. Yep. It's not any better in LA, but now it's not any good in Vegas because of Raiders, even though they're a global brand and all that. It's gone. Like the real home advantage was in Oakland because before the Broncos got popular with Peyton Manning and the Chargers and everyone, there was no takeover. Like maybe you saw some orange behind the bench, but that was it. And, the black hole isn't, rocking anymore. And people from California, they don't want to. By the way, the season ticket fan base, 85% of it is in the state of California. But everybody flies into Nevada or sells their tickets.
Mm-hmm.
It's a problem. And I've been reading about it. I've been watching it, of course, almost every week. Let me just mention this about the game. It was shocking to see Kirk Cousins getting sacked. I mean, the Raiders don't get sacks. Their defense have been awful all year long. It was good to see that, though. I knew they were still going to lose. I mean, that was the main goal. Hey, keep tanking, keep losing. You're bad enough to lose. You're not in the middle where it's depressing, where you're going to pick 5 or 6. You could get that number 1 spot. But, Desmond Ridder, this was his revenge game, but he doesn't have the skills to do anything. I mean, you saw that with the Falcons. He could run the ball, kind of, but then after a while, he had to throw, and he couldn't. He couldn't make those throws. Bowers couldn't get anything. So it came down to 2 block punts by Julius Hodge. He's like a 4th receiver, I think, for Atlanta. He had 2 block punts, and I think there was a blocked field goal as well. Mm-hmm. So those things, I wasn't even mad about it either. And then they had the drive at the end, but I knew that wasn't going to work either. Yeah, just keep taking. That's all that matters. But yeah, that whole Raider thing is gone. The mystique at Oakland, the time in LA, back to Oakland. That's all gone now. They're basically on the Strip, but they belong on like Tropicana Street or another street off the Strip. It's just embarrassing, and it feels like they'll never come back. I mean, Sanders will probably come in. I don't know about Antonio Pierce if he'll be the head coach after this season, but they were focusing more on that than the game. I think they kept showing, Mark Davis. They kept showing the GM Tom Telesco. They were going back to Pierce. They kept just showing those 3 guys, and it just became that more than the game.
Yeah, trying to push a storyline basically.
And that's going to be the whole thing. So, yeah, the Raiders are dead. Just keep tanking, baby.
You know we're in different times when you're reading comments like this. Raider fans are chill now.
Yeah, I mean, and think about it, though. Those fans they're just there to see the stadium or to go out. They're not true Raider fans in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
You know, there's some that did move there, but a lot of them stayed, you know, Riverside County, LA County, whatever. But they don't want to make that trip to see a loser. And I don't want to make trip to see a loser. So, and then to pay the most expensive ticket prices in the league, I don't want to go see that crap and see the stadium all red or all orange or whatever. I just don't want to see that. It's a horrible feeling. Everything's changed, and not for the better. The only saving grace is getting that first pick, and then you got to hope free agents come in. But it's a mess.
What do you think, Matt?
Man.
You think he covered it all?
James covered everything. I'm left speechless. I will just say this. It was funny seeing they kept showing Davis every timeout or whatever it may be.
That's what they used to do for his father. Every time they would start losing, they would go up to his father. They
were showing him every freaking time. Showing the signs, tank for Shador, tank for. It was funny to me. It was comical, but it was even more comical seeing the Falcons trying to lose as well. That was it was like, no, you lose. No, you lose. No, you lose. So it was funny.
They're very courteous now. But best bowl haircut I've ever seen. Now let's move to Bears and Vikings, unless you got anything on that one, Randy.
Bears, Vikings?
No, I mean on the Raiders. You have nothing on the Raiders?
Oh, no, it's just, the Raiders, and I'm not going to sit here and bag on them because they're clearly a team that's trying to get that number one pick. I don't blame them. They're just not a good football team. I wouldn't even consider the Falcons a good football team. Like I said, public defender faced a couple of weeks ago. I bet you they're kicking themselves in the fucking rear end for signing Kirk Cousins the contract they did. I don't know if they can get out of it. I don't know what the clauses are, the language is in the motherfucker, but damn, dude. Like, if you're stuck paying that son of a bitch.
It's a huge cap hit.
Oh!
It's a huge cap hit.
60+.
So let's talk about Vikings going to 12-2. They are now a threat in the NFC now, not only to the Lions, but to the Eagles as they win 30-12. And guys, I'll just put it out there since Mario's not in the chat tonight for whatever reason.
Oh, yeah.
I think we called it earlier in the year. The whole painting of the nails, Randy, the whole jumping into the stands with your mom and crying.
The whole Hail Mary taking them completely out of the fucking rest of the season.
That pretty much was it.
The Bears have been in hibernation ever since, fellas.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm telling you, that Hail Mary took their spirit, dude. You lose a game like that as a young rookie quarterback and a young team like that, and you lose a game like that with the last second, and you had a player showboating somewhat, talking to the fans, like it just, man. Ever since then, they just lost what? It was 8 in a row.
Oh, look, I've saw some of the plays that Caleb ran, guys, out there, and those throws were terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was not accurate.
Good, man.
Yeah, and he was running around when he didn't have to. I don't know, man. I called him a bust. I think I'm sticking with that.
I saw a fucking tweet defending him when somebody said, "Oh, well, the Bears got the worst wide receiver room in the league." It's like, well, hold the fuck up. They got a quarterback that can't get him the goddamn ball.
Correct.
I'm like, you got Roma Dunes out there, a first-round pick, and you're going to automatically we're calling him a bust now because Caleb Williams can't fucking throw a football. You have fucking DJ Moore out there who anybody, if they could have got him for what they fucking got him for, should have fucking been all over that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was got to be the dumbest fucking thing I've seen all day. It's like, no, your fucking quarterback is garbage.
Yeah, I think it's time to bench him. And I did mention the Raiders and the Bears would not win a game after a while. And they're going the right or the wrong way, at least for them. But I think it's time you bench Caleb Williams. I mean, he had that scene on the sideline where he floated, he was back like this, like tired of it all, seemed like, and then he came back into the fold. I mean, that's something that he looks like he's done for the season. Think about it too, because the college season, he was done around this time. so he's also playing more football. I didn't think about that till right now. But yeah, just what Todd mentioned. The throws are bad. They were either low or way over the head of, I think, DJ Moore. He had a touchdown, easy touchdown, but he threw it way over the head of DJ Moore. They couldn't get anything. Well, I think their best part of the offense was Swift and the running game. That was pretty much it. And then the defense, they couldn't do as much. I know Jefferson got a touchdown, and the tribute to Randy Moss was great. The thing I'm worried about is the quarterback, Sam Darnold, and how long before he makes those mistakes that'll kill him in the playoff game that they're going to have.
First playoff game.
Yeah, it feels like that. That's why I only said one game. I like the jersey they had, the all white. I think that was great too. Arizona had that as well, but it's more about, and I think Minnesota clinched the playoff berth by Green Bay winning last night. Yeah. But yeah, I think Caleb should be benched. I think you put in Badgett or whomever. I think he's done for the year. And then the thing too, do you bring back the GM Ryan Poles? You already fired your head coach. Sell the damn team. I know a lot of the Bears fans that I know are saying that. But they're just a big mess right now. I don't know what to do about the Bears.
Well, I'll just say this, two things. Caleb Williams saying he wanted steaks in the Bears was hilarious when he said it. It's even more hilarious now. And number two, the Bears are currently 0-7 and with one road game left. And my, oh my, it's against my Seahawks. And it would not surprise me one bit if they get his first road win against us.
Stop it.
I could totally see. I mean, we lost to the Giants, fellas. The Giants.
You gotta if they win the next show you do, you have to paint your nails for it.
Okay. If you're on.
If the Bears win that game,
I gotta see this.
That's the one thing that kind of. That's the question I have about Caleb Williams. He has matured. What?
I will paint my nails if the Bears beat the Seahawks, and I will wear lipstick the entire.
Hell yeah!
Look it. You got it live. We got it live here, and I swear you can't go black. Ain't no rocker lipstick. No, don't give me that for Todd. I know that.
I'll give you like a hot pink or a hot purple.
Look it. Look it. I want to see Caleb. I'm rooting for you for 3 weeks.
No, that's the thing. Like, I wouldn't say it'll end up in that exact scenario the way it played out, but the kid has maturity issues. I mean, like James said, he's like back there doing this or whatever, just like, and then snapping back out of it. And it's like, well, he lost. That was against the Texans. And you saw the exchange between him and CJ Stroud. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this guy snaps at a fucking reporter like Ryan Leaf did back in the day. Like, maybe. I just don't think he's going to be able to handle the pressure. And then one day it's going to get to him. He's going to snap. You watch. And he's going to go crying to mama.
Chicago media will only be nice to you for very, very short period of time. And they'll turn on you like the New York media. Mm-hmm. So
there you go.
Let's move on now, Randy. Let's give them let's show you who won if you're just joining the show now.
Let me get ready, y'all.
All right, well, we're going to kick it off with a couple of video packages on the viewer side. All right, and that's it for the day. Go ahead, Todd. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, did you see that comment, Todd? Cow Slippery.
We can't go.
You can't go black. Why? Because you won't go black. So no black makeup.
Black makeup.
I'll be canceled.
Nope, sure. It's gotta be hot pink, and then we gotta do a mixture on the fingers.
Yes.
Cow.
And
blue and orange.
No. Yeah. I'll go Bears, dark blue and orange.
Dark blue and orange.
And you got to put
orange lipstick and a dark blue nails.
You got to put TODD on your
Caleb.
Let's all root for the Bears in a couple of weeks.
Why do I always do this to myself? Why? I know we're gonna lose.
You
now.
somehow seem to always get out of it too,
with that black hole when you was at 9 years old, man.
Watch.
You doing him with a black hole at 9 years old. The
fact that he's making the bet is why I'm gonna fucking pick the Seahawks. You watch. He always gets out of it. He should have wore a red thong 2 fucking years ago on a live. God dang it! The fucking
That's right.
That up.
That's right.
He gets lucky. He gets lucky. And speaking of getting lucky, and speaking of getting fingered, we all got fucked by Matt this week.
Yo, it's Matty Matt, better show respect. Pick 'em champ, yeah, put your game in check. Cowboys on his chest, star shining bright. He'll tell you they the best every single night. Thinks his pick's divine, like he's God's own son. Your team ain't shit, boy, I already won. He's loud, he's proud, got the numbers to prove. While you second guessing, Matty's making moves. Swagger on 100, attitude on 10. Rubbing in your face, let the games begin. You think you got skill, step up, take a crack. Matt Deal, leave you hanging like Romo's back. Pick 'em champ, baby. I'm the big dog here. Matt's the truth. Let me make it crystal clear. Matty Matt, he's the king of the picks. Stacking up wins while you throwing up bricks. Cowboys riding, yeah, he backs that star. Talk your trash, but you won't get far. He's bold, he's cold, got the league on smash. Every pick he makes, yeah, it's pure whiplash.
I was over there growing, but I'm going to
Turn my headphones up.
The impossible has happened.
You know what I'm saying?
I wonder
Now,
what
as
my
we
music will
get
sound like.
into the numbers here, again, I don't know where Mario is, but Mario wins the week
He's
for
at
the
the House of
Bears,
Blues.
13-3. Yeah, being a Bears fan, I'd be in the House of Blues too. Rob doesn't get the week based on tiebreaker points, going 13-3 as well. Mateo, who was actually a game short in his predictions, I don't know what game he was missing, but he still finishes third place, going 12-3. Grillmaster 11-5, and Sonia, who's been rocking ass the last couple of weeks, decided to get crazy last week, and she ends up in last place. Overall, she is 142-68. Mateo 113-46. Mario 109-52. Rob 83-34. And Matt Grillmaster 53-19. For the host, excuse me, Matt coming in at first place at 12-4. And if I pick the stupid fucking Chiefs like I should have, I would have been 12-4. Matt didn't have tiebreaker points. I'd have fucking won, and Daddy Yaz would be owning this bitch. But I come in second place. Dom, which I said in the chat, warms the cockles of my heart seeing him there in third fucking place. And of course, I mean, this is no shocker. Mr. Todd, a.k.a. the Toilet Zone, coming in at 10-6. Overall, uncatchable Dom at 159-65. Matt gains another 2 games on my ass, but I'm coming for him this week. 142-82. I'm 138-86, and shocker, Todd 134-90.
I think it's safe to say me and Dom have clinched our positions in the standings.
So. Down there in the toilet bowl, you've clinched something, brother.
I sure have. Let's now get into week 16, fellas. We're going to do the rapid fire picks. I can't wait for this part. I love this part of the show. Broncos take on the Chargers in SoFi Stadium. Tickets going as low as $45. Plenty of seats available, by the way. Chargers are a 3-point favorite. 42.5 is the over-under. Give me that 20 seconds on Prime. Look, I know they're saying Vegas Chargers 3. You got, Harbaugh effect. The defense has been great. I get it, but the Broncos defense has been just as good. And I think Bo Nix is continuing to ascend. I think the Broncos take this game. Give me the points and the win for the Broncos.
Real quick, I'm going to read Dom's pick, and then I'll go take mine. Dom's picking the Broncos, and guess who I'm going to be picking this week? I ain't picking the Chargers no more. I'm tired of you guys, man. I just wanted one game, and all it took one game. I picked you guys, and you made me lose. Screw you guys. I'm never picking the Chargers again. Give me the Broncos. The Chargers sucks. Their fans sucks. I'm giving you all the disrespect. Bradley Chris, give me the Broncos.
Oh, that's right. Real quick, Todd, if you end up in last place, we're going to officially name the last place award the Toddy Bowl.
Okay. All right. Hey, I earned it, right?
You sure did, sir. All right, James, you are on the clock, sir.
All right, so I think the defense continues to do well for Denver in this game. I think it's more of the Chargers not being able to throw with Herbert getting beat up. I think the Broncos win this. They're younger, they're hungrier. Bo Nix is really good. I'm definitely going to go with the Broncos there, and I want to see how much orange shows up at SoFi. I'm going Denver.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement here. I like Denver here. Like, we just got done stating that the Chargers have just kind of come crashing back down to earth the last couple of weeks. Right now, I think Denver's just got the better quarterback play. I think they're better coached right now, as much as I like Harbaugh. But I think the 3 points is only because Chargers are at home. Give me Denver by 6.
Ooh.
All right, that'll move us to the Peacock game of the week. It's on Saturday. Saturday has football, yes, because the NFL is like, no, we need more money. So the Texans and Chiefs battle it out on Saturday. The Chiefs are going to be in 36-degree weather and sun. Tickets going as low as $120. Kansas City is a 3-point favorite. Total points is 41.5. Give me that 20 seconds. Look, hobbling, wobbling, crooked Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs will find a way to finally lose, as I like the Texans, sophomore slump and all, to pull the upset. This is my upset pick of the week. If you've been following me all year, I'm so good at picks. Go Texans.
He didn't learn shit from me this week.
I see. Hey, start me up. Dom picked the Chief, and I don't know, man. I kind of feel you on this one, Todd. I feel like the Texans might pull off the upset. I ain't gonna lie to you, especially if Mahomes is not playing. There's a chance they might lose. However, I'm not betting against the Chiefs. Come on, man.
I was really hoping you picked
Give me the Chiefs, man. I already told y'all who they were going to the Super Bowl. Give me the Chiefs.
I was really hoping you were going to pick.
No, you wasn't going to happen.
Okay, James.
All right, so Harrison Butker, I think, is back for the Chiefs. I think he's going to have an imprint in this game since the weather isn't good and Houston isn't going to be as good. I think the defense for Kansas City gets it done as well, and the refs are in their back pockets. I'm going with a game-winning field goal for Butler and the Chiefs.
Yeah, James makes a great point, and I guess Todd forgot about the ref portion. The Chiefs game plan. And as soon as you told me the weather and it's in Kansas City, I'm like, oh, there's no fucking way the Texans are winning this. I learned my lesson against picking against the Chiefs, against a less inferior team. Give me the Chiefs, and I wouldn't be surprised if they win by at least a touchdown.
Interesting picks there. Let's move on to, not to be outdone by the Peacock game of the week, but the Fox game of the week on Saturday. The Steelers and Ravens. All-time classic when these two teams play. This has been a rivalry that the Seahawks and Niners has been tamed a little bit over the years. It goes up and down like a roller coaster. The Steelers and Ravens are always good and always at each other's throats, so it's going to be another good one. This could be for the division. The Steelers won game 1 of the 2-game set, so this is the tiebreaker in a sense. It could force the Ravens and the Steelers into a virtual tie. The Steelers are 10-4. The Ravens are 9-5. Tickets going as low as $227. Ravens are a 6-point favorite. Total points is 44.5. The weather will be 34 degrees and cloudy. And real quick, 34 is also the number of touchdowns one inaccurate quarterback who has found his way this year, Lamar Jackson. 34 touchdowns to only 3 interceptions. That is the Derrick Henry. That is the Derrick Henry effect, but I will still give him his flowers because I think if any year he should have been MVP, it should be this year. I didn't believe in the other 2 MVPs, but he's putting up an MVP season. I'm just saying.
That's really good.
So, with that being said, give me that 20 seconds. Dude, this is going to be one hell of a game. I got the Steelers winning on a last-second field goal, man. I think my boy Russell Wilson channels that Seahawk energy.
My boy.
And he gets that touchdown. He says, no, I am not Mr. Hollywood Sierra. And he goes back to his G Dolly Wiz for the touchdown.
He said, my boy.
I still have a Wilson jersey. I'm ashamed.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Real quick, Dom picks the Ravens.
Okay.
Let's go. I don't know, man. It's going to be a close game. You know how it is when those divisional rival games that everybody comes to play. And the Steelers, they've been playing pretty good against Lamar Jackson. However, I'm picking the Ravens. I think they got something to prove this game. Give me the Ravens.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got the Ravens as well. I think he breaks that. What was it? It feels like an 8-game losing streak over to the Steelers. So yeah, I'm definitely going to go Baltimore. I think the injuries favor them as well. And then I wonder about TJ Watt if he's going to be playing. So I'm going to go Lamar Jackson and the Ravens for right now.
Yeah, I think I'm in agreement with James and Matt. I'm going to go with the Ravens in this one. Pittsburgh seemed like they just had some trouble last week against against Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Saquon kind of had a bit of a game. I think he had like almost 70 yards. I'm going to go off. I don't like the 6 points. I like it close. Give me Baltimore by 3.
I'll give you that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Now let's move on to the Sunday game. And again, if you're a family member of any of these teams, you may not even watch. But the Falcons host the Giants. And guess what, guys? What a great way to start your NFL career against a bye week. So Michael Penix, this could have been scripted for him. The Falcons are 7-7, playoff hopes on the line. The Giants are playing for a number 1 pick. Falcons are 8-point favorites. Total points is 40.5. $57 is your lowest ticket price right there in the upper deck. I don't think I need 20 seconds for this. Falcons by 10.
I don't need 20 seconds, neither did Dom. He picked the Falcons, and of course I'm picking the Falcons. I will say this, though. The Falcons got a great schedule. They played the Raiders last week. They got the Giants this week, and then I think their final game is against the Panthers. Somebody loves them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to go Falcons as well. I think Penix Jr., he's going to show up really big. He's got all those weapons, and all he has to do is just get the ball to him. They have a great running game with the duo back there. So I think Atlanta's going to win. It's going to be over, 17 points too.
Okay.
Yeah, I like the Falcons in this one as much as I haven't liked them the last few weeks. I mean, it's almost like a win by default. I agree with James. I think you're going to see a lot of Bijan Robinson in this one.
Yes.
I don't think they're going to rely on Penix Jr. That would be, in my opinion, would be stupid. I mean, you got to ease them in. Give me Falcons, and I would say by 14.
I just hope they don't do what they did with the Colts did with Richardson, design runs, let him take unnecessary hits.
No. He's not a runner, though. He's a pocket passer. That's what I liked about him. That's why I wish the Raiders would have got him. And also he's experienced, too, like Bo Nix. He played all those years in college. I would have loved to have him. Falcons are going to be good with him.
He was a 3-year starter, wasn't he?
Yeah. And he transferred schools as well.
Now let's talk about, can I talk you guys into a potential trap game?
No.
Bears.
No,
Bears. The Lions. Bears are 4-10. We just talked about ripping Mr. Fingernails there. The Lions are 6-0 on the road. Tickets going as low as $125 for this game. It's the Lion effect. It's going to be 28 degrees with snow flurries. So you have that. Detroit is a 6.5-point favorite. 47.5 is the over/under. Give me that 20 seconds. I'll take the 20 seconds. I'll just say this. I want to think this is a trap game. If they had anybody else quarterbacking the Bears, I'd say it's a trap game. But Caleb Williams is your starter, so give me the Lions by 15.
Well,
Dom picks the Lions, obviously. And you know what? I think this is a trap game.
Oh, no. Yes,
I really do. You know how it is with them divisional games, dude. I think the Bears might win this game. I think I might pick the Bears to lose. I got the Lions, but I think the Bears should win this game.
You motherfucker. I thought I was really going to get one there.
Hell, man.
Go ahead, James.
All right, so I can't trust anything Chicago sports right now. I mean, the whole city is just awful. The Cubs just traded Bellinger to the Yankees, so it even gets worse for Chicago. Dan Campbell mentioned a loss like they had against the Bills. It was a good thing for them. The pressure's off, so the losing streak is over. But they're going to win pretty well. Goff played well in Lambeau, and I thought that was going to be a problem in the weather that they had. No problem. Lions get back on the winning track.
Yeah, give me Lions.
Okay. Now if you guys like orange, there's plenty of orange in this next game. The Browns host or go to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals.
Ugh.
Will Watson be eating a W, or will the offense of the Bengals score 50 and win 50-49 because their defense can't stop anybody? Tickets going as low as $54, 32 degrees, and sunshine. Bengals are 7.5 point favorite. 46.5 is your over-under. I don't need much for this one, dude. I think Cleveland is checked out. Give me Cincinnati.
Yeah, Dom picked he picked the Bengals on this one, and I'm picking the Bengals as well. I really don't need the 20 seconds on this one, but I'm just gonna waste my time on that. Okay, give me the Bengals. Should be a good game. What's the over under on the touchdowns, Randy? What you think? How many touchdowns you think Joe Burrow's throwing?
Against the Browns?
Yeah.
At least 4.
I'll give him 3.
Okay. The James.
Yeah, 3 is definitely easy there for Burrow. I mean, the defense, and then Myles Garrett also got hurt, so we'll see if he plays. Winston, he's a turnover machine. He does throw touchdowns, but he throws so many picks. I think the Bengals win this pretty easily. It could be a shootout, though, but I think the Bengals win this.
All right, Randy?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with the Bengals here. I like what Todd said. You know, they score 50 points to lose or to win 50-49, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's the route this goes. I think it's going to be one of those games where you see both quarterbacks go off. I think you're going to see like probably 7 touchdowns, 4 of them being Burrows, and that's going to be the factor right there. Give me the Bengals.
Hey, real quick, didn't Myles Garrett get poked in the eye or something? His eye?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about that.
Somebody said his eye came out.
What
No,
the? What?
I didn't see that.
Okay.
What in the any given Sunday bullshit is that?
I know he got poked in the eye and it was really bad, but somebody said, yeah, his eyeball came out. I was like, yeah.
Yeah, they were watching Any Given Sunday.
Yeah.
So now let's move on to another game, which I'm sure you guys will be eating popcorn and just thrilled once the game kicks off at 10 a.m. on CBS. It's the Colts versus Touchdown Titans.
Game of the week.
Yeah, it's game of the week. $28 is the ticket admission to this one. Indy is a 3.5 point favorite. 43.5 is your over under. Will Levitt's sporting that 12 touchdowns, 12 picks, plus 7 fumbles. So that's awesome. Just give me Jonathan Taylor and the Colts. They don't even need Richardson in this one.
You're picking the Colts?
I'm going with the Colts.
Dom picked the Colts as well. Do I need the 20 seconds?
Do you?
Yeah, I'll take it.
You've already wasted 5.
Yeah, I wasted 15 seconds. So, you know what I'm saying? I have to think about this, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, we all know the Titans are going to lose. However, I think it's going to be a close game. I think it might be. But yeah.
Thank you, Sonia.
James?
All right, so God, let's see if Levis can throw for. He threw for 3 picks last week. Let's see if he can throw for 4, or have 2 fumbles, 3 fumbles, whatever the case is. Colts defense should have a good game. They already lost their division, but at least they can get a divisional win here. I'm going Colts.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm in agreement with James. I think the Colts' defense is going to be the factor here. I think you're going to get a heavy dose of the running back in Indianapolis. I do think this is going to be close. You know, the way these two teams have played, I wouldn't be surprised if the Colts get a last-second field goal and win like fucking 12-9.
I can't wait for that game since we saw all that excitement on Thursday Night Football.
It's the only game I'm watching on Sunday.
Oh, you're not watching this one, Randy?
No.
The Jets.
Who?
Jets. Jets. 2-4 at home, baby. 4-10 overall, baby.
Why you gotta give them that record?
I don't know.
They take on the Los Angeles Geniuses of SoFi penis logos. And it'll be 25 degrees and sunny in cold Bristol, not Bristol, in up to what is it? What do they call it? The Meadowlands?
MetLife Stadium.
MetLife Stadium. There you go. I was off on that one. I don't know why I call them Bristol. Anyway, tickets going as low as I know, guys. You'd have to take out a loan for this one. $18 to sit in the upper deck right there.
Still wouldn't pay.
Wow.
Rams, despite all that, the penis logos are 3-point favorites. 46.5 is your over-under. Give me that 20 seconds.
Hey.
Jets, Jets. Yes, baby. We are going to help the Seahawks one more week. Jets, baby, are going to beat the Geniuses. The Geniuses are too cocky this week. They will freeze their little penises off. I'm talking to you, Nakua.
Todd, it's just the fucking Jaguars. Calm down.
Hey, Dom picked the Rams.
Because he's smart and plays first place all year.
Hey, I don't need 20 seconds. Come on now, Todd. Why are you picking them? It's the Rams. No.
Is it really going to affect my record?
I'm going to say the cold will be a factor, but give me the Rams.
James.
Yeah, I think the Rams win this. Nakua should have a couple of touchdowns. Coop should have one. The running game with Williams has been awesome for LA. Jets, hopefully they show up and they play a good game and they keep it close. But I think in the end, I think the Rams win this.
Oh, geez.
Well, these were a giveaway the other day. I was like, I'll take them, sure.
Oh, it's 100% going to be the fucking Rams. I wouldn't be surprised if they win by a touchdown. The Jets are coming off a win where they beat the fucking Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey, that was a close game.
That last 4 minutes was insane.
That was a good game.
It was, but they're going to come crashing back down to earth. They're playing a lot better team, a team that's in the playoff mix, and that's a team that's something to play for. We ain't got shit to play for. We don't even know if Aaron Rodgers is going to be back. Give me the Rams.
Randy.
Yeah, watch out for those drones, too.
Randy, these Jets are going on a run. Mark my word.
Run from what?
Run for their
In
life.
the year, well.
Run from winning.
7-10.
They're going to spark some, energy for next season. So move us on to the next game. Eagles fly. Eagles fly.
Hold on.
What
So
happened?
dumb. You are really dumb.
Let's move on to the Eagles and Washington Commanders. The Eagles have pulled away with the division, but the Commanders have to try to cement their way into the postseason. They need this victory, but the Eagles need that number one seed. What's going to give? Tickets going as low as $130, 31 degrees and clear skies. 3-point favorites are the Eagles. 45.5 is the total points. Give me that 20 seconds. We talked about this earlier. The Eagles are really good and stout on offense. Saquon Barkley is the real deal. The Redskins. Yes, the Redskins. Jaden Daniels has been playing good. Rookie of the year. I think they shocked the world and beat the Eagles, baby.
Are you just on a shock trip
Commanders.
Well, I got to worry
You're on a
about
shock trip this
third
week.
place spot being taken this week.
Hey, look, Dom picked the Eagles. Give me the 20 seconds. Hey, man, I done picked the Eagles to lose 7 straight weeks, and I've been disappointed. Don't laugh at me. Don't laugh at me, damn it. I might have to pick them 8 weeks, man. Give me Washington to upset them.
Oh, that's the game that's going to give me
Give me Washington to upset, man.
bro.
Yikes.
Oh, give it to me, James.
Pause. Okay. I think Washington won a Thursday night game over Philly. Oh, no. Did Philly win that? I can't remember. But I was saying I can't wait till Philly did win that. Okay. I think it was tale of two halves. But I can't wait till they played each other again. I want to see if the Washington fans keep their tickets or there'll be a lot of green at the arena, at the stadium. I'm going to go with Philly, though. I think they're on a run very well. But they're just doing everything so well right now. And Washington, they're barely holding on in games, and that's what hurts the pick of Washington. So I'm gonna go Philly.
Yeah, Philadelphia won the first matchup 28 like 20-something to 16 or something like that.
Thank you.
No, I just think right now, compared to that first game, Philadelphia is a little bit different team. They're playing a lot better football. Washington's playing some decent football, but I just don't think they have what it takes to completely put away the Eagles. So give me the Eagles by at least 6, but yeah, Eagles all the way.
All right, fly Eagles fly. Let's see what happens. Now the midget goes cross country to take on the Panthers.
Murray.
The midget
Murray.
He found the yellow brick road, and he's making his way from Arizona all the way to Carolina. He's going to go see the Wizard, and let's see if the Wizard, Chuba Hubbard, can let him into the what is it called again? The Emerald City or whatever. I don't know. I'm just getting lost. Cardinals 7-7, playing for their playoff hopes. $22 is the lowest ticket price. 40 degrees and sunshine. Cardinals are a 4.5-point favorite. You know what? F it. Give me the Panthers.
What?
Whoa! Why? Why and how?
The midget doesn't do good on the road. They're 2-4.
Wow. Okay. Don't pick the Cardinals. I don't need 20 seconds. Give me the Cardinals, man. Don't you know who they play in?
I know.
The Cardinals.
All right, James.
Okay, so Charlotte, I had to look it up. It's named the Queen City. And then I wonder for Murray, does he need a booster seat on the team plane for the flights? Man, it feels like this is one of those Matt games where he says it's a trap game, but I'm not sure. I'm going to go Cardinals for now. I do want to see Connor do well, and then you throw to Harrison Jr. sometimes and get some touchdowns there. I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm almost.
It seems like Young is regressing too. I don't know. It feels like that.
Yeah. I want to pick the fucking Cardinals. It seems like whenever time I pick them, they seem to fucking lose.
Don't you do it, Randy.
But I can't pick the Panthers, man. I just can't. So give me the lollipop kid and the Cardinals.
Now let's move on to my team, the Seattle Seahawks. 8-6. After a tough loss to Green Bay, they take on the Minnesota Vikings, who are 12-2 and now have more fight in them because they're trying to get that number 1 seed, just like the Eagles. Tickets going as low as $124. And if they sold their tickets to the Packer fans, what do you think they're going to do to Minnesota? Minnesota's a 3-point favorite. 42.5 is the total points. 54 degrees and cloudy. Give me the 20 seconds. The Seahawks will not be securing a playoff game this season. I think what they will be securing is the second losing season at home in Lumen Field in the last 18 years. 2 times in the last 18 years they've had a losing record. They will go to 3-6 after this.
Wait a minute. You picked the Vikings?
Mm-hmm. I don't care if Gino's starting, Matt Hasselbeck, Russell Wilson, Dave Seneca Wallace, Trent Dilfer. We're not winning.
John Kidna.
We're not winning.
Oh, we're going way back. Dom picked damn. He picked the Vikings. There, I lost. He picked the Vikings. I don't need 20 seconds on this one. You know how I feel about Seattle, Todd. Give me the Vikings and Sam Darnold throwing 3 touchdowns against your defense.
All right, so I'm gonna go Vikings in this. I feel like the Seahawks, they've just hit a wall lately. It feels like, and with Gino being not sure to play, I don't know if I put my trust in the backup there. But yeah, I think the Vikings are on a run right now. I'm going Minnesota.
30-13. Okay. Yeah, man, I don't know.
You know the right answer, Red. Stop playing with us, man. Stop playing.
You know what? Fuck it. Give me the Hawks.
Oh.
In a heartbreaking last-second fucking field goal. And then I'll be talking shit about Sam Darnold next week. Woo.
There you go.
That is pure hate, and you know it, Randy. You give that man his flowers, Randy.
As stupid as you guys think my picks are, I think that was dumber.
You did dumb. He did dumber. Perfect.
Now let's move to CBS in the 125 game. It's Bills Patriots. Tickets go as low as $95.
We need 20 seconds.
19 degrees and cloudy. Bills are 14-point favorites. Give me the Bills.
Give me the Bills. I don't even need to look at Dom's pick. He picked the Bills.
Yeah, Bills are wearing their red uniforms. They're going to look like the old Patriots. I think the Bills continue to do what they're going to do. They're favored by over 14. I think it's going to be at least by 21. Yeah, Buffalo definitely wins this.
Keep it going, Randy. Don't stop with that bull.
Nah, give me the Bills.
Oh, my God. Now, guys, I will tell you that I am going to have my cereal. I'll be in my pajamas and my footy hoodies on. I will be snug and comfortable on a cold Sunday afternoon because this game is what I've been waiting for all season. The Jacksonville Jaguars, 3-11.
Who are they playing, Todd?
Who are they playing, Todd?
Go into Vegas to play Raiders.
I swear to God, this is going to be a field goal game, man.
Literally, it's going to end 3-0.
Dude, how can you not get excited for Ritter versus Jones? I mean, come on.
They're both going to lose. I want to know who will lose worse.
Doesn't that sound like a bad MMA fight? Ritter versus Jones Sunday. 39.5 is the total. I don't see that. Bet the under.
Bet the under. Come on.
And check out the point spread on this one. I'm sorry, James, but it's even. Even Vegas is like, I don't know.
It literally says even. It's a pick'em game.
Let's give me the 20 seconds just because I want to talk smack.
Oh, you jacked up, man.
I hate the fact they're in Vegas. We talked about this earlier. James hit the nail on the head. There's no mystique. There's no fear of the black hole. And because of that, because there's no fear, well, there's no fear of the Jaguars either. Give me the Raiders.
What? Wow. You picked the Raiders?
Give me the Raiders.
Dom picked the Jags. I don't need 20 seconds because they're both horrible. Jaguars win in the safety 2-0.
James.
If you hate football, you'll love this game.
Shit.
Yeah, I don't want the Raiders to win, basically, to mess up their tanks. So, I want the Jaguars to win, but I can't trust Mac Jones. He threw that backward pass, of course, 2 years ago as a Patriot. But I think the running game does well for Jacksonville. They could throw it as well. Yeah, I need Jacksonville to win, so I'm picking Jacksonville.
Well, I'll tell you what, James, you're in luck because Jacksonville is winning this game. You just nailed it right on the head, dude. That running game, that's what's gonna propel them to a big dub. They I don't know why my clock's not running, but they smashed and gashed the Jets with that running game and could have won the game. Jacksonville's shown they can score some points the last couple of weeks. I think they win this game. Give me the Jacksonville Jaguars 25-15.
Oh, okay.
That's reasonable.
That's a lot of points. Now let's talk about a game that nobody thought at the beginning of the season their records would be where they're at right now, and that is the Niners going into Miami, playing in that humidity, but it won't actually be that humid over there in Miami.
Taking on Matty's Dolphins.
Oh, yeah.
Miami Dolphins. You got to sing the song, Todd.
Oh, yeah. Battle of 2 6-8 teams. Miami Dolphins.
No, don't sing that stupid fucking song.
Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins.
Dolphins are 1.5-point favorites. 44 points is the total. $87 is your lowest ticket price. Give me 20 seconds. This is going to be a Niner home game because you know how the Niner fans love to travel. So I still say that the good amount of them show up, even though the record's bad. But I will tell you one thing, just like the coach has no socks for the Dolphins, the Niners have no chance of winning on the road. Give me the Dolphins.
Do you want them to lose?
Oh yeah.
Need him.
We know.
Dom,
who he picked.
I don't even have to look at Dom's picks. Just knowing Dom, he picked the Niners. Let me just confirm. I am right. He picked the Niners. Let me get my 20 seconds.
All right.
I don't need it all. I just wanted to look up there and see that. Give me the Dolphins. You know who I'm running with. Give me them.
Brother James.
All right, so I got to go Niners with this. I think they're gonna, show Devondre Campbell, hey, we're better together, and don't quit on us again. I think 49ers win, and then Randy always mentions it's December. That means the Dolphins usually lose. Right? So yeah, I'm going 49ers.
Yeah, Todd tends to forget little things like that. I don't know why you're picking the fucking Dolphins here. They're only favored by 1.5. Even Vegas doesn't have that much faith in them. Now, give me the 49ers. Like I said, it is December. Dolphins are trash in December. And I think this is a get-right game for the 49ers.
They both were get-right games.
The Dolphins don't know how to get right. Not in December.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, let's see what happens, because in Big D, the Cowboys, 6-8, they've only won one time in Dallas.
This is gonna be a slaughter fest.
Tickets going as low as $21 as they host Baker Mayfield and those red-hot Tampa Bay Buccaneers. By the way, Baker Mayfield has more yards thrown than Lamar Jackson. He has 32 touchdowns, but he does have 14 picks. But he is a gunslinger. Buccaneers, Cowboys on the Peacock game of the week. Give me that 20 seconds.
You be nice.
Matt, I love you. But what you watched in SoFi is what you're going to watch on TV on Peacock, as you're going to see the Chargers in Cowboy uniforms, as he will do it again to them. Give me the same exact score, even 40-17.
I'm very disrespectful. Wow. There's no surprise that Dom picked the Bucks. And there's no surprise who I'm going with, ladies and gentlemen. You see that star behind me right there, courtesy of my boo right there. You know what I'm saying? You already know who I'm picking. Ain't no question about it. Ain't no question about it. I'm going for them boys. Stop playing with me, man. We going to Big D, Pauls, and winning it. Give me the Cowboys.
Yes.
All right, so yeah, I think Tampa Bay wins, but I think it's actually going to be a closer game. I mean, Cowboys showed up last week. I know people had Carolina favored, which I don't know why. But, yeah, Tampa Bay's going to win, but it's only going to be by a field goal or a little more.
Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately for Matty and his cow chicks, this isn't the freaking Carolina Panthers. This is the better team of that division. This is the Bucks.
Stop being disrespectful.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an ass kicking. Give me the Bucks 32-10.
Ooh.
32?
32-10.
I like that.
And even the fans with the disrespect. I knew Teamer 20 was going to pick the Bucks. Of course. I'm telling you, picking the Bucks.
Well,
she knows ball, that's why.
Now, Monday Night Football. 2 days before Christmas, the Saints and the Packers. Now, if the NHL was still respectable, or more people followed it, or if the NBA would stop breaking so many threes and it became watchable again, I'd say surf the interwebs and find something else to watch, because unless you're a Packer fan and unless you like to torture yourself as a Saints fan, there's no need to watch this game. It's in Lambeau Field. It's going to be cloudy, 30 degrees, chance of snow. Green Bay 14-point favorite. They're trying to lock in a playoff. This game's going to be a blowout. There's nothing for me to say other than give me the Packers.
We don't need 20 seconds. Dom picked the Packers, no doubt. I'm picking the Packers.
Yeah, it's definitely paper bag time for those Saints again, the Aints fans again. Green Bay is going to, get back on the right track and win. Or, they're going to continue to win here. Yeah, I'm going Green Bay easily.
Yeah, give me the Packers, man. 14 fucking points, though. Damn.
Oh, yeah, they're going to slaughterhouse them, dude. It's not going to
What are you damning about? With the picks you made, I've already took second place, and we ain't got to Sunday yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
Damn.
If my picks hit, I'm gonna jump Matt in this one. So
First of all, okay. First of all,
I'm not even
you ain't no. Cowboys is winning. That's all. That's gonna make me. Hey, don't think give me no fart sounds, man. Like that. Hey, this morning he was like, "Oh, you won this week, Matt? Oh, the disrespect is coming."
Oh yeah, got it. Well, final shots, people. For me, I'm just gonna say this: I have cemented a long season for myself. Maybe it was the fact I didn't play fantasy this year. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Maddie, since you won this week, we need the tiebreaker points. Or what game is the tiebreaker?
It could be any game.
Any game you want.
I know. Let's do that Niners Dolphins.
Raider game.
Niners Dolphins.
Niners Dolphins.
Okay, give me 44.
Give me 52.
Price is right. Give me 43.
Okay. I thought you were gonna price it right to me, boy. I was about to...
38.
38.
38.
We don't know what Dom get, but we'll
Dom, he'll write it down. Then we'll
You'll probably say 42, bastard.
Dom, yeah, probably.
So with that being said, my final thoughts for the week. It's been a long season, but I've endured and I've earned that toilet bowl. I hope there's a special prize, a prank, something I have to do. I've earned it.
Get that nail polish ready.
If any of you guys have taken my advice and went to Vegas, I'm sorry.
Don't do it.
So I was gonna say final thoughts this week. Thanks you guys for tuning in. Great show. Thanks for having us.
Hey, thank you for having me on. And, I know it was the last second. I'm going to enjoy the college football action more than the NFL action, definitely. Thank you for having me on. That's it. D is for delusional for that cowboy hat you have.
First of all, okay.
That one-star rated team.
One-star rating.
Yeah.
And my final thoughts are, thanks for joining us here on the Unfiltered Sports Podcast. Make sure to like and subscribe. Smash that bell notification so you're notified every time we go live. We're here every Tuesday night, 7 o'clock Pacific time, 10 o'clock Eastern time. On behalf of Todd, Matt, James, and Dominic, I'm Randy Oz, and we'll see you down the road.
This isn't just another sports talk show. No filters, no excuses. Just sports the way it was meant to be. This is the Unfiltered Sports Podcast.
Great show, guys.